What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host of the Buzzing with Marlo podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlo. And if you are new to the channel, make sure, please, guys, it always does us a great follow. Make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Snapchat, all that. We are there. And of course, guys, I've even gotten even more crazier. I'm on Tumblr as well. So, guys, check us out as well. Obviously, y'all see it's Wednesday. You see in the back, that means I am not alone. But before we do that, man, we want to do the ones that pay the bills. First and foremost, I want to thank Dubby. Give me that jitterless energy. Go to dubby.gg. And guys, let me tell you, if you are nervous about taking something like this, guys, they are not that much on caffeine. I think minimum 100 milligrams of caffeine at the most. But you have to at least have like 2 to 3 scoops to even get that in there, guys. It's jitterless energy. It's not that pre-workout stuff that makes you lose your mind when you want to go through a wall, but it gets you going. And of course, they have a starter pack that you can do 2 different flavors of your choice. Try it out. You get you a cool little shaker out of it. And if you're a fan of NASCAR or if you want some nice apparel, go there and get that. Type in a promo code, capital B, Buzz20 to get 10% off of your purchase. Go to w.gg to get your jitterless energy. All right, guys, we've got a lot of stuff that's going to be having fun today. We're still recovering from WrestleMania. We've been talking about WWE for a while, so we're going to have a good time today, but dang gummit, man, I'm ready to go. So, Brian B., let's get it, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring for the mission.
Warren Marlo, the American Prodigy.
Great night. I love that. Before just having that ending, bro. WTF.
And Brian B.
I personally feel like Gabe made the right decision by not. I think he gained a ton of acknowledgement from their matches with Gunther, taking him to the limits and them showing that.
Commission Talks.
Yep. We are joined with my boy Dre on Wheels and Brian B. What's up, guys? What's up?
It's good, y'all.
Hey, man, it is Wednesday.
Little Dre. What you looking at, Little Dre?
In the building. Hey, man, how you feeling today, buddy? He just chilling.
Yeah. I forgot we was on mute.
We gotta get a yeet. Come on.
What's going on?
We gotta get a yeet. Come on.
Yeet.
Can I get a yeet?
I heard you been yeeting.
Can I get a yeet? You ain't gonna say yeet? Can I get a yeet? No, say it. Can I get a yeet? Yeet. Nah,
Like, I don't know these people.
It's under pressure. It's under pressure. That's all it is.
I ain't messing with none of y'all.
He's like, hey, man, I know where this goes. Y'all not getting me to do this. Hey, how's everybody doing,
What's
man?
going on, man?
It's been a crazy week so far.
Bro, listen, I can't even. I don't know what happened. Ever since Roman lost, bro, I feel like my life is just falling apart around me. Yo, I went to the store. I said this last night on my show.
Like, Roman lost. Life is just tough right now.
I'm telling you, listen. I went to the store to get me some drinks real quick, and I got stuck. My car didn't start. I'm like, what the hell is going on in my life right now? But listen, man, you gotta
acknowledge way too much. That's what it was.
I guess so, man. Shit been tripping on me recently, but fuck it, we gonna make it through.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man, he gonna come back bigger than ever, man. It's okay.
No, you saw he's hitting the movies.
Right? I guess he's doing some comedy film.
Yeah, he's doing a movie with
what?
Joe Rogan, not Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen,
Keanu Reeves in there.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
yeah, Roman hitting Hollywood, yo.
Hey,
they shared.
Rightfully so.
He
got his cousin.
Did you put it in the group chat or you put it in the other one?
What?
The picture with Roman sitting in the chair.
Oh, I don't know if I shared it. I
I
just
saw
saw it.
someone put something in there. I don't know if it
Yeah.
was in commission chat or the other group.
Yeah, I mean, it looks dope, man. Seth Rogen is my boy, bro. All the way back
Yo,
from 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's my
man,
boy.
good time.
Yeah,
He funny as shit.
Run with that.
definitely. I agree. What's up, Ambassador? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Hey, man. All right, guys. Let's start this. Let's do it like we always do on commission talk. Let's start off with our dad rant.
Oh
Mine
yeah.
personally, right now, I feel like I don't have a 5-year-old anymore. My daughter just had. Obviously, she doesn't graduate VPK until May 17th, which is even crazier. That's on my wife's birthday, and
Mm.
that's SmackDown that same night as well. So that's going to be a big event just for us, just that whole day. Like, and my wife wanted to go. That was even the crazier part. Like, my wife said, "Hey, let's go to SmackDown for my birthday." I'm like,
Oh, you're going.
yeah. She was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
Let's go to SmackDown for my birthday," and I was like, "You sure?"
Yeah,
Okay.
shit, man. I wish.
All right. So I get it. She's like, well, just know that's your gift too. I'm like, of course.
Oh
But
yeah.
hey, I'm going SmackDown, so it's gonna be fun. But yeah, definitely. I mean, just the cap and gown thing. And bro, when I tell you these people are so advanced with these cameras nowadays,
Mm.
my daughter looked like she was gonna be graduating high school in this picture with
Yeah,
her
bro.
glasses and stuff. I'm just like, who is this? I paid
Yeah.
pictures for my daughter, not whoever this is. I don't need an AI picture of my daughter right now.
Yeah, I remember when my son graduated preschool, like I went to the little assembly they had or whatever, they were singing their little songs and I took the video. But it wasn't like they didn't really do anything too big. They just, had a little presentation or whatever, let them all do their thing, and that was it. So now that we're homeschooling my daughter, so it's like, we don't get to see that kind of transition.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, it's harder to kind of I went to pick her up today, and I just like forget that life. Like she's too big for that shit, but you don't see it the same way because I'm not getting those little reminders. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing this girl around my house all the time. She's still a baby to me,
It's just normal
but
now.
she's
Yeah.
big now, man. She's big as shit. She runs around with the kids, and I'm no, you can't do that. And she's like, yes, I can, and she'll take up the tablet and do whatever the fuck the kids are doing.
Bro.
And I'm like, bro, it goes fast, man.
Tablet
Yeah.
switches. They the devil. They the devil.
It keep them busy though. That's the only thing that's
It
good. They
does.
keep them busy for a
I'll
while.
joke about that, but I'll say we were definitely carrying one at a restaurant or whatever because I am
Oh
not
yeah,
hearing the yelling, crying, whatever. I joke
right.
about it, and I think y'all agree with me. This our kids would not last if they had to watch movies off of VCRs anymore. They would not
They-
last because of commercials and stuff like that. My daughter would have a heart attack right now.
Yeah. If they had a transition to go back to that,
Yeah.
they'd probably-
Bro, I
yeah.
used to be mad when we had the VCR. I used to not even want to play the full film because you got to go and rewind the whole thing,
All
hear
the way
that
through.
noise
Yeah.
all the way through to hit play again.
Look at the VCR was sort of my best friend, man. I used to tape every episode of
Everything.
Monday Night Raw,
Oh,
everything. It don't matter what it was, man. If I wanted to watch it, and there was some used tapes that was like in the down
it
in the
was so
box
easy
that
to do too.
nobody was
Oh
using,
my gosh.
and I put it in, and somebody was like, "Oh man, you know what? I'm about to go watch." I remember specifically too, because I was like, "Man, we done watched this movie like 1,000 times. Nobody ain't watching Friday no more. Let me use this tape and record over top of it." But they thought they were going to go watch Friday. Yeah, and SmackDown come on.
Smackdown on that shit.
Yeah.
We
Man,
did
I'm
that
telling you,
too,
the
bro.
VCR was my shit, man.
Yeah, we especially we had to pay for
Yeah.
the pay-per-views. We
Bro,
Oh
would kill all
yeah.
them
And then my
pay-per-views.
mom,
we might.
my
Hey,
mom,
is it technically breaking the law
my
now since they
It
don't do
is,
it
but
anymore?
my mom,
I know
my
all of
mom
us are
came over.
doing this.
yep.
My mom
Even
came
at
over the
8
other
years
day,
old, I was sitting there recording a
and
backlash or something, man.
All that shit, bro.
my mom came over the other day and realized, because man, when you mention pay per views and stuff, and they were every month and sometimes like every 3 weeks or so. And I
Hmm.
used to be like,
Yeah,
Mom,
it was
Mom,
like
can you
50
order
a
this pay per
show, I
view?
think, right?
Order this pay per view. It's like $60. So
Yeah.
now they got the network or it's on Peacock now, so you get to watch it for free. And she'd be like, I remember when you used to press me out and all that damn money, and now you get the pay per views on Peacock and shit. So
Greatest shit in
shit,
the
time
world, man.
changed.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super happy
But
when they first came up with that network
So
because
was
I was
I.
like, bro, $10? What? To
You can find
play
$10.
WrestleMania, all that, bro.
Yep.
I remember when $70 for WrestleMania every freaking time. Like WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, and I think Survivor Series, they were more expensive than the average pay-per-views. I think the
Oh
average
yeah.
was like 34 or something like that. But
mhm.
WrestleMania, Rumble, and all that, bro, you're paying $75 to watch
Yeah.
this pay-per-view.
Yeah, you know, if you want a great reminder of how it used to be, you can look at UFC because UFC. I remember
Oh
when
my
John
god.
Jones was fighting. Let me tell you, so every fucking John Jones fight, I'm purchasing. So it's like,
Yep.
you know, I went to go get the network because I thought it was going to be like WWE, and I got the UFC Fight Pass and all that. Nope, you got to get the Fight Pass, and you can watch exclusive shit on Fight Pass, but you still got to pay for the pay per
That's
view.
like that
Yeah,
ESPN
I
app.
don't
I
like.
can't stand that, bro.
Yeah, I don't like
Crazy.
that though. So when you download, you pay for ESPN Plus, then you
Mm-hmm.
still gotta pay for the
I thought I
UFC joint.
had it. I thought I
Exactly.
had that fight too because
I
I was sitting there. I had a group of people. We were like, oh,
hell
we're
nah.
just gonna hang out, watch this, bro. You know how
But I
bad
did.
you look on the spotlight when you're like, oh, I got the game. I
One,
mean, I
I
got
just
the
buy
fight,
that shit.
whatever. Hit
one
the
thing I
button. It's
would
like,
say.
oh, pay, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
One thing I would say, man, before we move on real fast, is that UFC pay per view that they had. What was it? Saturday. That shit was
Yeah.
Yes.
incredible, dog. When the dude got
300.
knocked
Oh,
Yeah.
that
out.
knockout,
Yeah, dude got
Yeah.
knocked out in
man.
1 second, man. The woman fight was crazy because she was really
Yep.
knocked out
Holly
at
Holm.
the end of the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. That whole joint
Yeah.
was crazy.
For Ronda
Yeah, what's
Rousey.
his name? I don't even know his name. The Brazilian dude that beat Adesanya. Like he's a fucking animal, man. And it's interesting because Adesanya came back on that nigga, but he's got that killer, like you see it in his eyes, bro.
He came in
When
too
he's
early
locked, it's
though.
a fucking wrap. He's gonna be
That
interesting to
dude,
watch.
that dude leaned way too close, like way too early, because the dude was already pulling back. He
Yeah.
went, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh man, I think this is about to be it." And
Yeah.
literally, he leaned a little bit. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I think Hill was intimidated, bro, because he's actually a really good fighter, but he just got caught, man. I think it was intimidating. It was his first. I believe that was his first championship
Yeah.
match. So he was intimidated, man, and he got caught because when he hit that nut shot and he just brushed Herb off. I think my man was like, "Oh
Yeah,
fuck." My man
yeah,
was like, "Oh shit."
yeah,
Yeah, it was good
yeah.
though. 300 was good.
Yeah, yeah. I was
It
like,
made
man,
a name.
I don't know none of these people for real though. But shit, the way they was building that shit up in the prelims, I said, I'm
I
gonna watch
like you.
this shit
I
tonight,
like
Bro,
you.
man.
I
the
like
For
you.
prelims be
real,
better than the
man.
fucking. The
Hell
prelims be better
yeah.
than the fucking fights sometimes, yo, because
But,
them niggas be
but
fighting with something to prove,
but
yo.
that fucking fight where it came down to
It was
that
money
last
earned,
fucking
that fight.
second,
It was
and
money
each
earned.
Oh yeah,
turned the fucking
Holloway,
left, bro.
And
And
Gaethje.
Jake was
Oh,
just
Yes.
going, oh my god,
bro,
boy, that
yo,
shit was
Max
crazy. Like I
Holloway,
said,
he's Hawaiian, bro. Them
Yeah,
oh
motherfuckers,
yeah.
yo, them Samoan dude, yo,
bro.
they
I'm
all
telling
they
you,
do is
bro.
fight. Them
No,
niggas just fucking fight, bro.
they
Them
just
niggas
in
just want to
combat
bang.
sports. I think when they are birthed, they're just like, all right,
Them
where do you
motherfuckers
want to
just
go?
want to bang, bro.
Like their
Yeah, that's
parents
where they
probably
come
had to
from.
put them in a location. Where do you want to go? Pro football, mixed martial arts, or pro wrestling? Which
And what's
one do you
crazy is,
want?
yo, Justin Gaethje is a fucking beast, bro. Like
Yes.
he's real precise with his accuracy is insane. But like you said, he fell for the okey doke shit. Holloway said, "Come on, let's go, motherfucker," and he fell for it. You don't want to
Yeah,
get too emotional in a fight, bro, because that's what happens. He fell for that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll bang with you. Fuck it. Nah, nigga, this is a title match. You got to be strategic all the way through. And he got caught at the last second. That was
That
insane,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
insane.
insanity.
The woman jump, that shit was crazy too because the first round, Shorty got choked out. She was out and when she got her ass up and was like, whoa, I was like, okay. But then Shorty had came back, like the third and the fourth round. But then the Shorty, like I said, I don't even know none of these names, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, this shit was crazy, bro. I was
Bro, I
sitting there
fuck with
watching that
UFC,
jump.
man. I love
Yeah.
you. Yo,
It's gotten
speaking of
so much
UFC,
better. It's gotten so
let's
much better.
let's jump into this shit right here because this is interesting. I remember we were having a conversation about Ronda Rousey and everything like that, and like her transition. Remember Ronda Rousey? She was a dominant cage fighter. Let's just say that because she was in Strikeforce, she was in Bellator. I think she was in Bellator, but then she transitioned into UFC. She was the first women's champion in UFC. And she was phenomenal, bro. She was, arm bars, tapping bitches out, fucking, hitting them with the judo toss, and tapping people out. She has some legendary highlights in the industry. And then, Holly Holm stretched her ass. And after that, she sat there and, tried to come back on Amanda Nunes of all fucking people, the worst person to come to. And Amanda ghosted her ass. And after that, she went to WWE and she was high sailing. And everybody kissed her fucking ass, bro. And now I hope everybody like acknowledges in WWE or any AEW, whatever. These people who come in from other industries and you try to fucking put them on a high ass pedestal. Stop playing, bro. She's over here trying to gas every fucking body now.
You see what she's doing to Gulak right now, bro. He's off every show right now. Everything.
That's all it takes.
Somebody said she becoming.
They told him
somebody
to go
said. I thought. Oh yeah, that's what happened with that. Because I did about.
Drew
why
Gulak?
they throw Drew? Yeah, because I heard something about Drew Gulak. What was that all about?
Ronda basically said that he came up to her when they were in the back, and I don't know. It's probably true. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he grabbed her string of her sweatpants.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it doesn't make sense when he was talking about, I'm high fiving, my hand just misplaced a little bit on that scenario. But I'm like, Ronda, you sit here and say you can whoop a man's ass. Why would you let the man do it?
But see on some real shit, Warren. I can understand. Like, when somebody does something and it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
I mean, it startles you. You're like,
you don't get it right away. Yeah,
but I'm like,
I don't know.
You don't wait. You waited to this long to make something say on that. Like, you still took the bag. You still did all that other stuff. Like, come on, bro.
Someone said it, and I think it's hilarious too. Though she's kind of like becoming like the female Ryback.
That's what I want to be clear.
Yeah, she becoming like the female Ryback because it seemed like when she came in, just like Brian said, everybody kissed her ass, man. Triple H, Stephanie, they all put her on a pedestal.
Too much.
I give her props too. I mean, I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
She get all the props though. At an incredible first WrestleMania
matchup. That's it.
With Kurt Angle against Triple H and Stephanie and all of that. And it just seems though when I think after she won the Royal Rumble, after she made it in WrestleMania, and I think she had got injured and she left, and then she started talking bad mouthing about WWE. I think it was
when
even
she
before
messed
that.
the finish up in the
It was even before that.
Yeah, she started talking about how fake it is and this.
Yeah, the crowd started turning on her. And shit.
That's what I was just about to say. The fans started turning on her, and that's when she started like, hold on, wait a fucking minute. Like, I came in here thinking something else, and then she got. I don't see how you really could take Ronda as the baby face. And I mean, they had her as the baby face, but the fans still.
No, I'm saying she wanted to be the baby face. She didn't want.
She wanted to, yeah. But the thing with Ronda Rousey, she was because people liked her and shit. But I was saying it from the beginning, because I remember her character. I remember the Misha Tate shit. I remember a lot of fights that she had. She has a very she's not sportsman like. Yeah, she got a really shitty attitude. She considers herself to be the best in the world. But it's just like, it's one thing to hold yourself at a high caliber, but it's one thing to be unsportsmanlike and diss the fucking industry that's trying to rock with you right now. Oh, they're all fake, and then everybody's over there that she's just being a character. No, fuck you, bro. She's disrespecting the shit out of the industry that she's in right now, and she's not showing respect for the people that she's in the ring with. And I thought it was blatant disrespect, yo. And
I thought it was a character for a little bit when she wouldn't shake the person's hand. When they would do the fight and, they always do the little knuckle up, then they go to fight. I thought that was just a character for her. I'm thinking that was just a character, but I'm like,
you're an asshole, yo.
Look at
I mean, nobody's ever said anything good about her in the UFC.
When she came,
even Dana White, which is crazy to hear.
People kissed her ass and put her on a pedestal, and then nobody told her how much her shit stank. And then when somebody told her shit stank, then she got upset and and that was that. So she ain't good on the mic. She, was okay in the ring.
Her husband got his ass whooped by Mike Hunt.
She just had this big, persona behind her because she came from UFC, been dominant and shit like that. And so that career was over with. And Vince McMahon said, you know what, we can use Ronda. They sort of kind of like used her or brought her in for WrestleMania 31 before she actually came in. So, Yeah, the fans turned on her, realized, yeah, her shit stink, and she ain't and all that, and then she said, you know what? Oh, fuck y'all, and tried to
That's
have some sort of
exactly what
comeback.
happened.
You
And
know,
now
Bro,
and
I
so
now she
think
and now she's running rampant.
Stephanie talks about it. She's actually been on a couple of shows, and she said, at that time it was a good move because they were trying to push the women's standpoint just in sports in general, which it was a
Mhm.
great message.
Great move for that.
I
Yes.
mean, you got to think now, like women wrestling would not have probably got that push. We say that about Ronda now, but Ronda did show in her presentation that women really could showcase something.
In combat sports, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It's
So,
UFC.
I mean,
Her
that's
she
the
was the
one thing
first
I would
one,
say she was an
honestly.
anchor on. But other than
Yeah.
that, she was just in there with a bunch of people that had some type of background, but Ronda was better than them at that time. But
Yeah.
if she was in this era with women in the MMA standpoint, not even a
Oh,
chance.
that's why she
Not
got
even a
stretched.
chance.
She thought, she thought
That's
she
why
was
she
gonna
folded
come in
and
there.
left.
She thought she was gonna come in there and smoke Amanda Nunes, and
And Holly
Amanda
Holm
was a
wasn't even like
fucking
a
animal.
major mixed martial artist because she got whooped right 3 fights after her and Ronda did her thing.
Yeah, yeah. But Holly's still a good fighter,
Yeah,
and Ronda basically she made excuses. If Ronda can't hit you with that takedown and hit that with that submission, because
that's
remember
it.
that was how
Yep.
she was winning all her fucking fights. If she gets past that, she's okay on the feet. She ain't amazing at stand up. She's okay on the feet. She's more jujitsu. And that's why Holly smoked her ass. She couldn't get Holly down like she wanted to. She making all the excuses now. Oh, I had a concussion, my mouth guard.
Bro,
This
how
bitch
does a
said,
mouthpiece
my mouth
affect your
guard.
fight, though? I
Yo,
fight. I
listen.
do contact scenario. I'm like, what does the mouthpiece got to
A
do to help
fucking
you
mouth
fight?
guard is what she said, yo. That's crazy. That's the
I
craziest
was
shit I
just
ever
like,
heard in my life. Yeah, she
I was
crazy.
gonna be like, you know what? Hey, I do support it. Maybe if it was a concussion standpoint, but then you said something about a mouthpiece, bro.
Yeah, she tripping. She tripping, bro.
Yeah, what kind of mouthpiece are you fighting with?
I never liked
That's
Ronda.
affecting
I'm
your
sorry.
mouth?
I never liked her. I thought when she came in the WWE, I was like,
Hey,
all right,
bro,
let's see what she
remember
do.
that Space Jam? Remember Space Jam when they'll do the water ball and they say Michael's secret stuff, and it was
Oh
just
yeah.
water, and make the Looney Tunes just believe that BS
Yep.
that was going through.
Placebo. Yeah.
There's Rhonda's mouthpiece.
Yeah, that's gonna be magic now.
Oh man! All right, man. Look, all
That's
right.
crazy.
Obviously, hey, shout out to UFC. UFC 300 was a phenomenal event. Great thing. Great overall for TKO in general. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
with WrestleMania and then UFC coming in there and doing their thing, and I think there's a whole different revolution that's coming around just contact sports in general right
I
now.
love it, man. I
So
love it.
I'm so invested into this, and they're taking very good precautions on athletes in general with everything going on. So major
Yeah.
shout out to TKO for sure. All right, guys, let's cover up. We're gonna have some fun today. So obviously we had an interesting event happen on SmackDown. Everybody's been wondering what was gonna happen with Solo Sikoa. What has been going on since last year? I mean, they were even talking about record books saying that Solo hasn't won a match in
Since Cena.
and when?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cena
Which
really,
one was
wasn't
the
it?
last one?
yeah.
Cena
Since
was the
Cena,
last one he won.
last
That was
What
like,
was
one
the Cena
exactly.
it
match?
was like
Oh
36
damn!
losses.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was 36 losses.
Some shit like
And
that, yeah.
Oh, and
and then
34.
obviously
He
On
was the
we got
man
our
34.
he was
answer
talking
last
to.
Friday. We got our answer last Friday,
Crazy,
and
yo.
he said losing matters, and then they attacked Jimmy, and then somebody decided they wanted to make an entry back. I did not expect him to be in the bloodline picture,
Me
just
neither.
because
Not that
I
fast.
think he was more not a faction guy, obviously, because you could see that in Vulgar when he was in Bullet Club. Like he literally was like a singles competitor. But with Tamatonga right now coming into the bloodline, it's going to bring a major twist. And of
Oh
course,
yeah.
with Solo now, guys, what y'all's thoughts on this?
Go ahead, Dre. You want to hit it first?
Yeah. I
I got a
definitely want
lot
to
to
hit
That's,
say.
first.
that's all the
Cause
look.
look here, man. When it was first said, I was like, first of all, I don't think Solo should be the one who's talking, because like we was just saying, his ass ain't won a match since Cena, right? So, but
That's me.
okay, we can get past that. We can get past that and see what happens though. And the way he cut off Paul Heyman, I thought was very, very interesting and telling. It seems to for me, all these time hanging around Roman Reigns, coming out to the ring with Roman Reigns, he picking up on some of his bad traits and bad habits, I believe. And that whole "I love you" and turning his back, and you see Tama Tongo come out and all of that, and either saying I love you and hitting the chair in the corner of the ring. That that was some of like Roman Reigns' trait in a way where he'll just say something like "I love you" or "You're my brother" or "You're my cousin," but fuck you
Right.
up after that. But um, Tamatongo, we heard about him joining WWE for some time. Maybe not the Bloodline, but it's very telling that it wasn't Roman Reigns who sort of made this call. That they said it was orders of my tribal chief. Because if that was the case, Paul Heyman told the story. He
Yeah.
literally told it all through his face expression, through him even saying "call Roman Reigns," and then Solo Sikoa destroying the phone. It is
Stopping on the phone.
precisely,
That was
it's
crazy.
yes, it's precisely The Rock who made the call to bring in Tamatongo and take down Jimmy Uso. And how this is all gonna play out, I'm interested. Hearing the Jacob Fatu sign, this about to get real good. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where it goes though. And
Yo.
obviously, I don't think Jay is going, sit back and let his brother, keep getting beat up on.
It might take a little bit longer for him. I think it's gonna be like how with
But
Seth and
you,
Dean was. I think
yeah,
kind of
but
like take a
Jay,
pause back.
yeah, but before they had their match at WrestleMania, Jay was always the one that was like, "I love you, man. I miss you. Love
Yeah.
you, man. I
Why you
miss
fucking
riding
up?
with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah,
I
like
mean,
you. I tried to
you gotta
take you
take
with
that
me."
choice type scenario. I think that's where he's going. Like, bro, I told you, come home with me, come
That's
with
what.
me.
Yeah. I see that too.
Yeah.
That right there.
So I
And,
think
But
and
there's
what
gonna be a little chapter with
And
that.
what I and what I thought was going to happen on Monday Night Raw, where Jey Uso took that long walk outside, and I was like, "Where the hell he
Bro,
going?"
that
But
was
then ran into
I
Sami
love that
Zayn. But then
feature.
I
I
was,
love it.
yeah, that was nice. But I was like, "Shit, I want to know where Jay going though." But I felt like
Yeah, I agree,
they were about
Brandon.
to whip it. The Bloodline was
What's up,
about to
Brandon?
attack him and everything like that. So, uh, hey, you gonna see? We gonna see.
listen, bro,
So,
Dre,
so
you
Brandon,
pretty
you
much
saying
just
that
said it
like
all.
KO and Sammy, like when they were doing the build to be the tag team for WrestleMania type scenario, like where Sammy's got to face
Nah, I don't.
the choice that he
I,
had.
Yeah, I hope they don't redo no shit, man. I hope they
no,
kind of
no,
just
no.
bring this in some new
I,
shit.
I think what B saying is though, right? But Brandon's saying more like KO and Sammy because they best friends. KO was going through Sami Zayn was going through this whole bloodline, going against the bloodline when he just hit Roman Reigns with the chair, and Kevin Owens came in and joined them, and blah 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 blah. But I think this is going to be a little bit more different because one, it's family, and I mean, this is bloodline
They
storyline.
chose to
So
leave the bloodline, and
you
Jimmy
know,
decided to go back.
Yeah.
yeah. So
He went in a toxic
hey,
relationship.
Listen, bro, I agree with everything that everybody just said, like everything all together, like, whatever way this storyline goes. First off, yeah, I definitely seeing first off, all right, time to
Get
get at Warren a
it.
little bit. Here we go, Warren.
Get your bloodline ran in. Let's go. That's
Listen,
all.
yo.
I
Listen.
want to hear exactly how you were off this camera when you were talking about my day's been rough since Roman's lost. If you're gonna
Oh
do
man,
this rant,
yeah.
if you gonna do this rant,
Nah,
I'm
nah,
all
nah.
for
But
it. Let's go.
on some real shit, Yo, the first thing that I was saying is after Roman loses the title and the story's over and Cody finished the story at Mania, everybody is saying the same thing. Well, what's next, yo? What is next? What even with the bloodline? Because you got to think about it. Like Jay is over here, literally chasing titles now. Like he's got a
He's
open
really the
shot.
only
He's the
one's
number
got
one
something
contender
going.
for Damien. So we know his story is going in. Nobody, I don't think fucking anybody predicted that we were going to immediately jump in to the bloodline story, still being the top shit on fucking wrestling. I know I wasn't. I was ready, like, okay, who's next? I'm ready. Okay, the bloodline was fun. Roman lost. He gonna go away for a while. We'll see what happens when The Rock comes back. That was my head. Fucking Tama Tonga jumping out there, solo switching sides and fucking blocking Paul Heyman. Bruh, the
Paul was
story
scared for his
just
life.
revamped itself in a
it sure
5-minute
did.
fucking segment, bro. Jay
Hmm.
Uso took the L because listen, Solo, the whole story. Solo hasn't been dapping him. Jimmy's been getting his ass kicked. It's told the story. And then Solo was like, now the fucking tribal chief lost. All right, time to switch this shit the fuck up. For all we know, It could be Solo calling the shit, but of course they're leaving
Yeah.
little. They're
What
leaving
the
little
rock
like
is it?
signals, like you said, like when Tama Tonga
Mm-hmm.
said this is by orders of the tribal chief, and what's the name was like, well, I ain't called the tribal chief, so it can't be fucking wrong. What he talking about?
You stopped the phone.
Bro,
We couldn't
exactly.
hold
Like
Yeah.
on.
that little fucking 5 minute segment, bro. Just
We
I
can't
can't wait
talk
to
to
watch
Zordon.
SmackDown.
You broke the communicator.
I can't wait to watch SmackDown and see where we going from here, bro. And that's what I said. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate. I ain't trying to hate. Yo, Cody won. Like I said, if it wasn't Cody and Roman at the same time anyway, I'd probably be more into like, yeah, Cody fucking beat whoever, But now Cody got the belt. I'm interested in seeing what's the next steps with him. But already it seems like, I'm just saying, bro, it seems like his title reign is already starting to get outshined by a bigger story, man. And it's making me go back to think
Yeah.
like Cody's story was invested in the bloodline story, which was already a bigger story. And that's why I couldn't get as invested with Cody as maybe I would have if it was something else. And it's just a challenge, man, because you got Cody going up against, it looks like, in my opinion, it's definitely going to be AJ Styles after Friday, which is a phenomenal fucking match. You know what I mean? Like,
No pun
I can't wait
intended.
to see
That's
that.
gonna be phenomenal.
That's going to be
AJ and
phenomenal.
Cody, they have
Yeah.
never wrestled each other before.
Yeah.
I've
And
never knew that.
I'm hoping that
And I think,
AJ did wrestle Dusty though,
Yes.
which is interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
Did
But
anybody
it's
know
interesting.
that
Hey,
AJ
Dre.
actually wrestled?
No, I
He
just think,
wrestled Dusty in
with
TNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I just think with the Cody Rhodes, situation, I think, with SmackDown last week, they,
Too early.
came with that bloodline shit. They came and revamped it, like you said, revamped it and
Immediately.
made it hot again. And
Yep.
I think with Cody Rhodes coming out of WrestleMania, winning the title, I was looking for something, and I think maybe that's why it's feeling a little flat right there with Cody Rhodes, because you like, okay, what's next? I like he did it, like, but and in my opinion, with Damian Priest, I feel like this Monday was the Monday. Like, I feel like they should have really like did something
Yes.
with him
Yes.
to make
Exactly.
an
Yes.
impact. Like, although
They
like
did
it's
do the
sad what happened
Easter
to
eggs
Vince,
with Finn, though. I will state
A
that they
little
did
bit.
a
A
little
little
bit of
a
bit.
stuff
little
for
bit,
A
a
Finn
little
little
bit.
bit,
Yeah.
because
but
Yeah.
Finn
a
was
little
like,
bit.
"Why we're not focused on the tag titles?" I
I
love what
got
they
you.
were doing
You're
with
right.
Finn.
You're right about
I
that.
got you though. But Roman Reigns has been the dominant champion for 1,300 days, and I
Mhm.
felt like coming out of that WrestleMania, all we was talking about was Tama Tongo joining the bloodline.
I'm
You
trying to
feel me?
tell you.
Nobody was talking about Damian
Fucking telling
Priest and
you.
those.
Yeah.
I mean, we were, but I mean, I feel like Monday Night Raw, either this Monday past or that last Monday, was the Monday to really like knock down the fucking door and be like, yeah, I'm the fucking guy now. Well,
That's right.
from even more so Priest, because obviously Cody's the baby face, and he's the champion, and now you got people chasing him. So, but more so for Priest, since he's that world champion, he's heel now. I feel like
Yeah.
they could have really capitalized on that right there. But everything is moving the way it's moving though. So I mean,
I want to
Tama
say this real
Tongo
quick.
joining the.
Yeah. I want to say
Mhm.
this real quick on what you're saying, because here's something that might shock people, yo. For a while, I know we've been having this conversation about Jay Uso and his, deflection from the bloodline and everything like that or whatever. And y'all have asked me a couple of times, and I flat out told you guys, like, do I see Jay Uso being main event Jay Uso holding the title and being the leader of the brand? And my answer is still the same as it was all them times before. I don't. And you want to know what's fucking crazy? I'm not saying it because I don't think he's a phenomenal
It's
wrestler. I'm not saying it
territory.
because he's not popular, because his music is over, he's over, his merch is over, Yeet is over, everything is over. Why don't it make sense to me yet? You want to know why? Because his connection to the big ass story that is the bloodline is still the highest, hottest shit. I feel like the bloodline story is so good that it's fucking hurting these superstars' individualism. If you're tied to the
Mm.
bloodline storyline in any fashion, all I want to see is what's happening with that fucking story. So if I know that your Jay Uso and your brother Jimmy Uso just got flipped on by your family, and you want talking about a title match with Damian, I could care less, because I want to see Jay Uso saving the day and the Usos getting back together and taking on the fucking bloodline in the biggest story and match that's going to make the biggest sense, because it all is fucking tied together, man. And that's why I'm saying I can't see the individualism yet, yo. That's the biggest thing, man. I can't see the individualism with these guys who are still tied in these phenomenal stories. It's no hate. It's no hate. It's the same shit with Cody. It was the same shit with Cody, bro. Cody got involved in a storyline that was being told over the span of 3 years. This motherfucker just smashing motherfuckers and passing them on, and just everybody in that ring that was celebrating was beaten by Roman Reigns at some point. And then it's like, I just couldn't get behind the person that came in and was instantly about to take him out. Now, like I was saying, Seth Rollins, if Seth Rollins would have ended fucking Roman's streak, I would have believed in it. Even the story was involved in that. He basically did, right?
Did. Yeah, he did. He basically did.
And I was saying that shit the whole time.
He wasn't the one who beat him. He just wasn't the one who took the title.
He knew his place. He knew what he had to do whatever. You know that saying, and this is why I always was using that Marvel thing, because the moniker of that movie was whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Tony Stark did whatever it took to beat Thanos. I know I'm speaking in Spanish for Dre, because Dre don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm Marvel all the way. Yeah.
But I sat and I do somewhat agree with that scenario. I just say the only thing, the reason why Cody's thing is getting a little overshadowed is just because he doesn't have that opponent yet. Obviously, when they get that picture in, it's going to get that rep in, because those promos between him and AJ Styles can be really interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, we can finally see a backlash from LA Knight to really step up and really go, hey man, I'm fucking tired of everybody pushing behind me. I'm sick of this.
Give him Logan. Give him Logan, bro. Give him Logan, yo. Logan Paul. LA Knight is supposed to dethrone Logan Paul.
That's where I think too. You know, but I think it's going to be like in SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah.
And the reason I feel like also, and I guess maybe the reason why I think I can understand why Brian is feeling the way he's feeling about like Jey Uso.
His day's been really rough since the WrestleMania.
I can understand how you feel about Jey Uso. For example, like how he's doing his own thing, and you got the bloodline thing is going on, and they doing what they doing to Jimmy, and I think the reason is because the bloodline storyline overall is cinema. Like I think it's one of the best stories that WWE has told, and I think individually, I think along the way we in this sort of new era. I think we're gonna hopefully we could pick some other stories up like that, within WWE that's being told, and not just the bloodline going 30-40 minutes each and every week.
Taco Bell.
Because
shout out to Taco
like
Bell. After Saturday, I can eat Taco Bell. So yeah, shout out to Taco Bell.
The bloodline obviously is the most talked about story, and they like, oh well, Solo, is he the new tribal chief? It's so much to talk about within that group because it's so many stories and angles. But then when you get
people,
like exactly. So then when you get with like Cody Rhodes and obviously this new title reign, like people probably like, but I think obviously it's new, it's fresh, it's the champion. But I think we want to see more time invested in to the other guys. What's going on? I think that's what would be better though, especially
you're right.
Like guys like Jay.
But the one thing I will say about this is everyone is holding their own. Like even though since we've been off of WrestleMania, we are seeing, and I said it, new chapters were going to be open for some people. Gable. Let's talk about it, bro. Gable finally did that moment. I think it was perfect in Canada. I think it was perfect that he did in Canada. But I do got to say this. Dominic really showcased the true heel in any type of person. My boy did a Canadian destroyer in Canada, knowing that people were going to boo him out the building, doing one of their favorite moves out of all things. That was the true storytelling. I'm like, he's got it.
That was a good match.
That heel persona.
What match are you guys talking about?
Andrade and Dominic.
Andrade and Dom.
Dominic hit the Canadian destroyer. See, I couldn't get into
the apron. Canada booed him out the building because of that.
I wasn't paying attention to that match too much because it's just like I don't know. I'm not quite invested into both of them wrestling.
I'm
I
not either.
love Dominic as by himself. I love Andrade, he's good too. But just
Yeah.
I
them
love
mashing
him,
up,
but I
it
don't
was
like
like
him
they
as a
were
baby face.
together. Now they're not together. Now they're in the ring together. So it was like
Yeah, yeah.
it just seemed
It's not,
like it was
not
just
an
thrown
interesting
together.
story.
I
Yeah,
will
yeah, you're
say
right.
this
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
Dominic is really
yeah.
showcasing talent. Like even though it doesn't
Almost
look like
definitely.
the match gels well, Dominic is making it still a
Yeah,
believable
Dom is dope, man.
competition.
Yeah.
But
He's came up a
believe it
lot.
or not, now we got, not to say like now we got, but Rhea Ripley, she's gonna be out for like 6 months, 5 to 6 months with the
Yeah, that was
injury,
some
and
shit. We ain't even
obviously,
talk about
yeah,
that.
I
like
still
come
think
on,
that's
though. I
just an
mean,
angle. I think it's
Steph,
just time off
and,
for her though.
I
but
don't
okay,
know, man. You ain't
Just to
dropping no
make the
title
okay,
fight.
story
hold
tell,
on.
just
You
just
ain't
the
Let me say
dropping no
this
storytelling
real
title.
fast.
aspect because of
Now,
Liv.
now,
Remember because of Liv,
I don't know if you
if
dropped the title
this
for that
is
though, bro.
bro. How
now
many times they
now
used to do that back in the day though?
I don't know.
I
Not
think
when-
that
not
could
not
all right,
without
work
a
though.
legitimate
bro.
injury.
Real fast. Now, if this
Oh,
is
bro.
like storytelling, if they're gonna go with this, and because Seth Rollins was injured, like he hurt himself, but he kept the belt, and maybe he was a higher
He
superstar
got shoot
on
hurt
the
for that
card,
WrestleMania
but
33.
then Rhea Ripley, after having the moment in Australia, winning the title last year at WrestleMania, winning this year at WrestleMania, and then in a backstage segment she get hurt by Liv Morgan, and now she got to give up the title the week
I
later.
mean, that's the only
So
way you
even
can really
all,
see her lose that title right
but
now because there's
but
not
but
anybody to
however,
lose.
Write a
well,
story
I
though,
mean,
bro. I mean,
it could
I mean,
be, but
it
listen,
could
hear me
be.
out
Yeah,
though.
but I
It
mean,
could,
it wouldn't make sense
yeah,
to me. But
She's
it
gonna be
could be
home for a
somebody
little
else
bit.
who could beat Rhea
Summertime,
Ripley,
baby,
but
gotta get that tan on.
I feel like this could be one of the greatest stories that they could
Yep,
tell with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan though.
bro.
Now Liv
Liv is
Morgan
looking
was just
believable
hold
now.
on. Let me say it before I forget it. Let me say it. Liv Morgan was injured by Rhea Ripley, right?
Yep,
So now Liv Morgan now is back. She came back, I believe, at the Royal Rumble or something like that. So
I think they
everybody
did.
wanted Liv Morgan to go against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, but Becky Lynch won the Elimination Chamber, and Liv Morgan sort of went on to the side after a little bit. Now WrestleMania is clear. Liv Morgan wants her revenge back, basically, and she injures her. So now Liv, in my opinion, Liv got to be the next women's champion.
Bro.
Like she got to win the title.
shit.
Now it's a toss up to me because one, I'm biased with Nia Jax because I love her. So I feel like Nia can win it. But I believe Liv Morgan have to win it. It will tell an amazing story with
And she
Liv
keeps
and
bragging about it
Rhea
every
Ripley.
week, bro.
It would like come on, like there you go. That's your second match for next year's WrestleMania besides Roman and The Rock. Like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and the way this story can like really
And they
pan
can
out
still
and
night
tell
one.
itself.
They can still night one and do the
You
main
know,
event.
Man,
yeah.
listen, fuck that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all said it out loud. I ain't nowhere near no Liv Morgan
but
and Rhea Ripley. They got a good story. They could do that shit at Backlash for all I fucking
He's
care.
eating them sour straws, man.
I
You
don't.
gotta stop
Yeah, I'm
that.
yeah.
telling you,
Stop being
bro.
sour.
I can't.
but no, but
Listen,
no, no,
listen.
go ahead,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
Let me just say this real quick. What I want to see, if we don't get, because you obviously they got a lot of shit in the pot right now, right? You got Jade and
Yeah,
you
right.
got
Still talking
Bianca.
about me.
Yeah, but they
Jade
look
and
like they
Bianca. No,
teaming up
not
right
Mania.
now.
I'm talking about what's next. Jade and
Okay.
Bianca's in the pot. Jade and Bianca's
Yeah.
in the pot. They doing tag team shit. And that's one thing we were all debating about what they would do. And it looks like they tagging them. So they're going to split on each other. And then that's going to be a
See,
SummerSlam.
I
There's
told you
no
that
way.
was going to be that
It was, yeah.
possibility.
It was a toss up. Yes, a lot of people were saying it, and I didn't fucking see it, but they went that route, and it's going to be interesting. As far as women goes, Becky's taking time off. Charlotte's injured. Bailey's a champion.
Rhea needs it.
Damage control ain't really nobody besides Bailey came out of damage control and is a believable high up champion. Liv is rocking the heel turn, but as far as making her credible to be on some Rhea Ripley shit, the only person that's credible
No, but
really is
don't.
fucking
You
Nia,
can't have
bro.
her be on no Rhea Ripley shit though. I understand Rhea Ripley was dominant, but you gotta. I feel like she gotta be her own.
Bro,
I
she
know
could be
because
like that Paul
even
Heyman
that's
say,
what,
I'm that one
and I
to
think
injure Rhea Ripley every single
that's
week.
what Damian Priest is. I feel like it's not necessarily suffering, but the Damian Priest is gonna have that because it's like Seth Rollins has raised the bar so high as that world champion. You
You
got to
gotta
be like,
switch it
okay,
up.
man, is he going to be like Seth Rollins? Is he going to deliver? Same thing with Roman Reigns, and I think people might be going to look for Roman Reigns like in Cody Rhodes, and
You're
then that's
right.
where they're going to be like, ah. So, and I think that's where like Liv Morgan got to. That's where you got to like definitely
Yeah,
create your
live,
own.
live. to the
way
height.
her
You get that?
Yeah,
You
personality.
got it?
you
Live
gotta
to the
switch it up,
height.
man. You're right.
LIV to the height.
But I look, I would go with Nia. I feel like Nia would do it though, because you know that heat would draw massive heat. A lot of people don't like Nia though. But I mean, as far as the story goes with Rhea
Yeah,
and Liv,
I
I
have
would have
been
chose
doing good
Liv.
though. I
But
gotta
the
give
I
Nia her
think
question,
you're good.
props.
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
question Warren
Rework
said
everything.
about Chad Gable, man, I said it from the beginning. I hope Chad Gable eventually take the Intercontinental Championship away from Sami Zayn, because at the end of Monday Night Raw, it just gave me flashbacks to Kurt Angle, like he was like
Yes.
holding somebody
Yes.
in the
Team
ankle lock,
Angle.
and
Yes,
he
I'm
was just
telling you,
ripping
Team
up. I
Angle.
said, "Oh fuck yeah,
With the
bro!
Creed brothers.
This is
Come
it,
on, bro.
man!
With the Creed
This is
brothers, it's about
it."
to happen. It's about to happen
Listen,
with the
See,
Creed
I
brothers.
like
see, no,
Chad
I
Gable,
gotta be
bro,
great,
but he
but I
is
don't put
not
him.
Kurt, bro.
No, don't put him with nobody. Like, even that's what I said with Chad Gable. I said after he
So hold
lost
on, you
that
can
Monday
see
night,
him as a
he hold
believable
on,
big singles champ, just by
I
himself.
can't, man. I'm sorry, he's
Not
too
by himself.
small,
I see
man.
him in a faction. I
hold on,
see
hold
him
on,
in a
hold
Sorry,
on,
bro.
faction with.
hold on, hold on. Let me
Go ahead,
understand.
Trey.
You
My
said
bad.
Brian, you can't. You said Brian, you can't see him as a believable champion.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not
Not
taking
by
anything away from
himself.
his talent. I'm not taking
Not
anything away
by
from his
himself.
talent. But I can't see him like if Kurt
Not
Angle's
by
the perfect
himself.
picture. Kurt Angle's the
Bro, with
perfect
the
picture.
Creed brothers, Team Angle. Completely.
See, but that's the
And
thing though with
and
Chad
it
Gable.
makes
They always
no.
and
It makes Gable believable as a champion because
no,
now he's
I
got
get you.
guys on his side.
He
No,
would
I
I
don't
need
get
see
you
that.
by
though. But you
himself
gotta.
though.
Yeah, I get that though, but he did that with when he came in with Jason Jordan. He's doing
Mhm.
that with Alpha Academy.
I
He
forget.
can
He just
stand
did the
out
shit.
on this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
he can. When I say after him losing that match on Monday Night Raw, he could not go back to Alpha Academy after that.
I
He
don't think
has to
so.
immediately
I'm curious what they're
whip
gonna do with
Sami
that.
Zayn ass after that match to put him in like a position where okay, I could be a threat in at least the mid card, potentially going up the ladder. He can't go back to being in a group. Like you gotta stand out on your
No,
own.
you're right.
We
You're right.
all know.
I agree with that. I agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that, but I'm saying like in a world
Now the manager
heavyweight
will be great.
scenario, he would have to
But
be in
who?
a group.
But here's the thing. Here, let me say this about Chad Gable. And I'm not a hater. I really
I
like
would
Chad
love
Gable.
to see him as a champ, but I just can't see him by
I
himself.
can't because think of the champions throughout
Bro, he's
history, yo. And I'm not
5'8".
saying nobody can
No,
change. I'm not saying
5'7",
nobody can change at
5'6".
all. But I'm just saying, like, even like a Finn Balor. Finn Balor's a smaller dude. Like, you know, you look at Finn, you like, he's a small guy, but if he won, for some reason, it's believable. Finn can hold the title and go up against Roman and go up against something. It's a believable match. Like you can watch it and it's interesting. You like, but when you see Chad Gable, even though he's fucking phenomenal, when he went up against Gunther, everything, he always looks like it's an underdog match, man. And the one person I'm trying to think of, and I always try to think of, is one of the most dominant small dudes in the fucking industry that don't get named no more, is fucking Chris Benoit, bro. Because Chris Benoit was a smaller
As a head
guy. He
butt.
jacked this shit, but he was smaller. And Daniel Bryan, you know what I'm saying? Like guys like that or whatever.
I
But
was going with Brian, yeah.
Chad Gable, he gives me
Oh,
more.
bro.
Although he's small, he gives me Kurt Angle vibes. Now Kurt Angle
Yeah,
wasn't the
he
Kurt
definitely
biggest
like
Angle's even
and
said
wasn't
he
the
sees him in
tallest.
yeah,
him.
Yeah,
I will say
but
that.
yeah,
Kurt Angle recruited
Kurt Angle
Gable.
was never Kurt Angle was never the tallest. He was never the biggest though, but he was good in the ring, and that's what
Yeah,
Gable
Kurt
presents.
was 6'1",
And
bro.
Kurt Angle was
Kurt was pretty big.
entertaining,
Yeah, he
which I
wasn't.
Kurt
Yeah,
believe
was pretty big.
Chad Gable
He's
is too.
6'1".
That's what you need. And I know, and that's why I said to
Chad's shorter
to
than
my
me, bro. He's
mother-in-law.
like 5'6".
But I think a lot of us also been watching wrestling. We all, man, I think a combined probably 50, 60 years though. But I think all of us, man, been watching wrestling for a long time. And in the beginning, it's like you saw big guys like Hulk
yeah,
Hogan and all these men. They had big muscles. So now in today's wrestling, a lot of guys are small, and it's not very believable. You feel me? And I think over the last
Might be a
several
transition
years,
champion.
especially with the transition, with the non-steroids thing and everything like that, it has been a transition to more so focus on a different thing and not make them all big meaty men and come in here, raw,
yeah.
I'm
Because
strong and
even after the Hulk Hogan age and stuff like, because you are right, Drake. It was a lot bigger men. You had even with Brock
mhm.
Lesnar and Goldberg and
I'm
these
gonna get
guys
that
and stuff
on a
like that.
t-shirt.
Even Bray Wyatt and shit like that. You feel me? Like, but then you did transition to like the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart era, where they was a little smaller and stuff like. Then you had the Seth Rollins and stuff like that. So it's not that smaller dudes can't be title competitors. It's just that when you're thinking about guys like we were just
More,
talking about
they get
holding
like in a bar.
championships, it's just difficult to see Chad Gable with the belt on his shoulder without an amazing gimmick
But
behind
look,
it.
But look, it was difficult seeing 1, 2, 3 Kid beat Scott Hall, but he beat him on Monday
That's
Night
right,
Raw.
but that was some fluke.
and,
That was a
That
moment, though.
was
That was
awesome.
a moment.
and
I
that's
do
all
like
it
that
takes to,
transition. I do like that
but that's all
comparison.
it
I do
but
like
that's
that.
all
I
it
do like
takes to
that.
make a superstar is a moment,
It is.
though.
You're
It's
right.
a
You're
moment,
right. I
yes.
ain't lying about that.
But
The
the
1, 2,
thing
3 kids
is,
sending
I
fucking
still think
Razor
in the
Ramon. I
moment.
remember that match. I remember like
Okay,
I remember that shit.
so
Greatness.
I will agree to an extent to that because obviously I'm not that big of a guy, and okay, obviously I'm not big of a guy and stuff, and people have looked at me and said, yeah, I could be a champion as well because it's a believability standpoint. If you see me in somewhere, you would look at, oh, okay, Warren's got pretty good shape, figure, whatever. He can be a person to carry the company. Now, when you see Chad Gable, because of the way he's been utilized for so long, it's hard to see that scenario because, like I said, man, Chad Gable's like 5'6". I mean, just the stuff that he's been doing with Otis and all these different things. And he was a second Neanderthal with Jason Jordan off the American Alpha, which that could be a great story if they really want to go in depth with that. But seeing the whole thing, I just cannot. The only way I can see Chad Gable winning a full-on championship would
I'd
have
be
to
fine
be in a
Intercontinental
faction.
Championship. Just not a heavyweight.
Intercontinental, he can win by himself as a heel. Yes.
No problem.
But as like a heavyweight champion, whatever, he would have to have like a heel faction to get involvement with it. I just don't see it by himself, sadly. I can see him maybe being a Money in the Bank winner, maybe getting close to cashing it in, something like that. But I don't see
Damn.
to the company type
So if
champion.
Chad Gable won, he couldn't cash it in for you.
He would have to take the L.
Damn.
Sorry, Chad. I ain't fucking hating, yo. I'm just saying it just ain't believable to me, yo.
That's gonna be our story right there. Chad Gable taking the L for the Money in the Bank.
Sorry, Chad. Chad, what you did with
Damn.
Sammy was dope. You know what you did with Sammy was dope, but it's just like, but even with Sammy, like the conversation.
I don't even see Sammy as a believable champion anymore.
When Sammy and Roman's situation was going on, you crazy if he would have beat Roman at the Elimination Chamber and what's called. Motherfuckers would have lost their mind. It would have been great.
It would have, yes.
He could have dropped it
the night after Sammy for good. For good.
You would have loved that shit. Yeah, everybody. There's nobody who wouldn't have liked
it.
It.
It'd been like an Eddie Guerrero moment, like when Eddie beat Brock.
That was another
that was
moment.
That moment. That was that transition.
You didn't see Eddie as a heavyweight championship either, champion either, because Eddie was for the longest time a luchador.
He was real,
and then he grew into that status.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it can happen. So that's what I'm saying. No, even we didn't see Jinder Mahal ever becoming WWE champion. But his ass beat Randy Orton. Yeah, he's a beast.
You see Jinder?
But look, I know though. But like, come on though.
Don't
like,
hinder the Jinder, okay?
And Chad Gable sort of was on the same level at one point though, but it was like that.
I actually popped when Jinder actually beat Orton. I was like, I did not think that would happen.
too, because it was
I liked his title run. I liked his title
run.
With the Hollywood boys.
I mean, he established them. You didn't know. You didn't even care what the rest of them was.
I thought it was good. People hated on that shit a lot, but I didn't understand why. It was a new character, and he was doing good, bro. I thought that Jinder Mahal.
People hated on him because
I was there.
People hated on him because it was like a mid-card guy who's never ever supposed to win the title, but he won.
What's wrong with that? They did it right. They did it right.
He was a believable champion at that time.
He was.
I will agree with that.
Especially coming out there with the suits and the Maharaja, man. I was like, oh yeah, I like this shit.
New entrant. He was believable. He was a big ass dude.
Yep.
Jinder, people hate on that shit a lot.
And he made the Bollywood boys legit that year.
For real.
I thought they were going to keep going with Jinder after what
I did too, bro.
But
I was ready for it, right?
They were not going to take him with Brock, though. I think that's what it was. I don't think Brock wanted to work with him or something. I don't know the full thing on it.
Brock, take your ass back to the farm because ain't nobody. We trying to make some new niggas here. We ain't trying to see the
same. That man throwing hay. He throwing suplex Hayden right now. His daughter is shot putting champs over there right now. Boy, if his daughter gets in the damn WWE, Lord have mercy.
Yo, Brock, listen, I'm a freak, yo. So Brock, yo, listen, little Maya Lesnar, listen. If I was single, yeah.
She looked just like him.
I want some of that
before you
free.
finish what you're saying.
I seen her. I seen her. I seen the back of her too.
Literally him with
Now,
long
I saw that
hair.
little pasty shit. Man, listen. I'm
man,
straight.
man, ain't nobody doing that like Last Legend for me right now.
Last
Last
Listen,
Legend, man,
listen.
yeah,
Last night, fine
that's my
shit.
girl, man.
That's
Yeah, last night,
that's like
Lola Vice.
19 different drinks in your system before you popping in and touching that one, bro. You
Bro,
better
listen.
go on now.
Might be a little less, Warren. You never know, bro. I'm
You
free.
said maybe a little less.
Make it happen.
What was that?
What up,
Moonshine
Kev?
and whiskey? Which one you going with?
Oh man, listen, all the above.
Mhm.
But yo, listen, it's interesting because we're talking about a lot of interesting stuff that's happening. Now some not interesting shit that's been happening, recently. And I know we're gonna talk about different, promotions and stuff like that. But I'm not feeling the way that they fucking with AOP and bringing some people down back to NXT. I don't feel like should be going back to NXT. I feel like having AOP and carrying cards. I've said it multiple times at this point. I feel like they are a faction that should be
Well,
kind of running
AOP is
dominant,
that
making
tag
more
team.
noise. They
That
need to
true
make more
heel
noise.
tag
Just
team.
got new tag titles. The Miz and what's it called got it right now, and they fucking facing DIY. That shit is so corny to me. I'm sorry, but I'm sick and tired of this DX. And I love truth, but I'm tired of the bullshit, yo. Let's start some tag team matches that's believable, that makes me want to watch tag team wrestling, not just to laugh. I'm ready. You got too many good teams, man. I'm ready to see some good ass
Tag team's been
fucking
established
Steiner
again.
Brothers versus the Road Warriors tag matches. I'm
I,
ready for it, bro.
I feel like DIY, they're
Those are
gonna
Triple H's boys,
turn.
bro.
I feel like they're gonna win the titles. I think Truth just had his moment at WrestleMania, and
That's
whatever
what I think
person I
too.
Truth
think
Yeah.
calling Triple
for
H Tommaso
Truth to
Ciampa
share
was
that
a
moment
pop for
was with
me.
the Miz.
He
So,
Yeah.
called Triple H Tommaso Ciampa.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
It's
that's what I
getting
see them as
stale. I
being
ain't
sort
gonna
of like
lie.
a. Yeah, I see them more so being sort of a
Triple H was getting
transitional.
pissed in
Just
that
have
same
R-Truth
angle in a way.
have his moment though. But man, we got some real great tag teams though. But like I said, once we get past these, channel now we look over on SmackDown. I think SmackDown has a little bit more competition and
They've
less
got more ammo
comedic,
right
where we
now,
got
bro.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller and stuff. But what
Bro,
you guys think
that
about the new tag team?
promo Waller just posted about Jacksonville right now, I was crying. That joke was so funny. Did
Who,
y'all
Grayson
hear that?
Waller?
Yeah, when you talk about legitimately pro wrestling, the legit pro wrestling is coming back to Jacksonville.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Nah, I mean Grayson
You
Waller.
know,
He's
the
still.
AEW, you
I
know
feel
the
like
other end,
Austin,
they were just like, "Rah, rah, rah."
I feel like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I feel like they still got something to prove, man. I
Oh,
mean,
definitely.
and they're good in the ring, but it's just it's cool. I guess they got the tag titles, but like you just said, Dre. Um, the new titles on Raw look great. I think they looked really nice.
People were shitting
Um,
on those. I
kind
don't
of
know
basic,
why.
man.
I thought they were awesome.
Kind of basic, bro.
I do like the fact they're not silver anymore. I do
You know
like
when you
that
get
part.
the listen, you
They
know
look
when you
like
get the
pennies now. They
fucking
don't look like dimes.
you know when you get the label makers and shit from Walmart or whatever, and you print the label out and it's fucking tag team championships in case nobody knew. I don't know why they can't get the fucking belts right, man. But it don't
They
look
got
that
them in
bad.
red.
I
I
don't hate it. I
swear, if
don't
I
hate it.
see the SmackDown titles and they're
Yeah,
in
they look
blue
better than the
lettering,
last
watch
couple
it
of these
happen.
They
belts in
look
the
way
In
better
the
than the
tag
last.
team
blue
division.
lettering.
Yeah. They look way better than the last. Yeah, I hope they don't
Do
do
I
the color
like?
scheme too.
I,
Fuck
I,
that
I,
color.
one thing I don't like is their whole, it's a whole recycle thing. They don't did the World Tag Team titles back what they did in 2003, 2004
Yeah,
ish.
that's right.
So I'm a fan of just having one WWE champion, one women's champion, one tag team champion, and let these motherfuckers, especially the WWE, the women's and the tag team, let them float back and forth to both shows. And I think it's more
Champions work both
interesting.
shows. I
To,
think
hold on, yeah,
that's what they
I
used to
think
do
it's
when they did the
I,
draft.
I think it's way more interesting than having five motherfuckers chasing after your title than just one. It's a very more storytelling than when you were like, damn, especially as a heel. I think that makes especially if you're a heel champion and you got five baby faces or so coming after you and trying to take your title. I think that can really make what
It's an
show what type
interesting
of
concept, yeah.
character you could play out of that. And
Yeah.
it's a different variety instead of just having the same motherfucker you just beat for maybe 2 months because of course, they won't want a rematch, one more match, So I think
No, I feel you. Yeah,
that would
I
be
feel.
great.
I definitely feel you, Dre, because sometimes I gotta go back and forth with it because I don't know, man. Sometimes I do like when it's both brands have their own titles, so it's just like it keeps everybody active and fighting for something. But at the same time, like you said, it does get better sometimes when Cody Rhodes got the championships and now he's fighting AJ Styles. But then something happens on Raw and you determining who's going to be the next guy you building up, and then maybe whoever champion. So I do like that too. It's more
What up, Kobe?
involvement.
Yes, sir. We live, bro. We live,
What up,
live, live,
y'all?
live, live.
Go.
But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where whatever they do, I think this draft and stuff like that really has to mean something. I really hope it opens up some new doors.
They're gonna
It
do
But
something.
probably
I
won't.
I
think
The
hope.
last
Cody
two
I
damn
really
Rhodes
hope.
draft didn't mean shit, man. It was like after the
didn't
daggone
mean nothing.
draft, 2 weeks later,
You
you
know, Vince
seen
was
a
on that
superstar
that
from
that
Raw.
radar, so I don't know. Maybe
You're
we'll
Yeah,
right.
see
yeah,
something a whole
yeah, yeah.
different,
You
but
all
I
right.
don't
You
know.
you 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 got
Yeah.
that one. You got that one, Warren, bro.
I don't know.
Come on.
And Dre, I'm usually optimistic. I'm like, hey man, just let it ride, whatever. But I think this one's gonna be a lot different because every episode right now has had a meaning towards something of it, and they've been building this draft up for a little bit. So maybe it might make
I hope.
something out of
I
it.
hope, man.
We're
NXT
gonna
too.
get
Hopefully,
some NXT guys. Hopefully, get
Yeah,
some
bring
shine.
NXT guys up.
We're gonna see some new NIL guys get a shine in the NXT realm. Like we're gonna see a whole different mantra, in my
Check
opinion.
this out. Listen, commission. I actually was thinking about this. I didn't put it in the thing. Like I said, I'm having a fucking crazy week. I was thinking about this. We got the draft going on. I kind of feel like it would be fun. And guys, let us know too, whoever's watching. I kind of feel like we should put together a draft of who we think should go to what show. Not outrageous. I think we
Hopefully, it's
should
our
come up with
truth
10 people from
approved.
each I think we should come up with 10 people from each brand, SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. And we hold a draft on who we think
Oh,
would
we're
be
gonna do another draft. We did that last. We did that
Oh, you did?
last season. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm
Oh,
not.
Blackheart had a field day with that one. Dre, you remember that one? Oh my goodness.
All
Blackheart
right.
had the most outlandish draft picks I could ever say in my
Listen.
life.
I think, and we just come up with
Maybe
some
we could
shit.
do it on WWE thing and like share the screen and have just a legitimate have a cool thing with it.
I'm down. But I was thinking about that earlier, and I wanted to put it in the chat or whatever. I just want to just think of like some, even if it's fantasy book, like just who you think would be the best. Who would you give opportunities to? You know what I'm saying? Like everything we doing now, we do episode on that shit. I think it would be phenomenal.
Well, a quick,
Yeah.
well, just me chiming in though. Who I would give opportunities to, definitely. I feel like Carmelo Hayes
He's getting a
has to
cheat
come
sheet
up in
already.
the. Well, I mean, since we're talking about it, I mean, thought I might as well just just
Get it in, bro.
shoot
Say
with
some
it.
shit, yeah.
Carmelo Hayes, yeah, man, definitely got to come up to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I'll
Y'all
leave Trick
still
in
feeling Trick.
NXT to let Trick still do his thing in NXT. I think he got like a year left. Braun Breaker definitely coming up to SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
Roxanne, I would love to see her come up to the main roster. And
Roxanne's
Dijak,
ready. Roxanne is ready.
yeah, and
Even as a heel.
Dijak for sure. I would bring Dijak to the fucking roster right now and put him on some permanent heel shit. Like just greatness. Yo, listen to me. Hear me out.
Like a cross.
Dijak coming up on Cody on some.
I was about to say that would be a good one for Cody because he's been ranting about Cody online.
That would be
I know
phenomenal.
exactly what you're
nice.
talking about. That's good, yeah.
And on some asshole sneak shit, like look at this fucking clown. Think worrying about a family instead of who's here. Do you know who I am? Just on some straight up asshole shit and make Cody like legit. Holy shit, I thought Roman was a problem. This motherfucker crazy. That's what I'm talking about establishment, man. Like
And it could be a good match on SmackDown or something like that. So yeah, I like that.
And I don't think. Here's another thing. I don't like what they're doing with Braun Breaker, yo. And I'm crazy, right? I don't like the whole.
I don't like it.
I don't like the whole.
You don't like the squash?
I don't like the squash.
What they squashing him?
He's already been established,
I mean,
though. He's been on
he's
Raw
been
and SmackDown back and forth.
but that's the thing also too for people. Sometimes you don't follow NXT.
You gotta show them the presentation.
They gotta get
Drake sounding like me now.
caught up in a little bit. But I mean, Braun Breaker, obviously, I feel like he's been established on NXT. Him coming over to Monday Night Raw or
I wouldn't mind him being in
SmackDown.
that tag team.
People
coming
who
back to
already
the main
know who
roster.
Braun Breaker is, we know he's a beast. But I don't think it's someone in there in a way unless he get involved into like a story
Gotta
that he
get
can really
involved,
go a match with.
bro.
You know, he got to get
Exactly.
involved in. But I think right now, just take it. Just take it. I just we all know when the guy debuts and he go through about 4 or 5 people until he get backstage and be like, I want some competition, and then turn around and
Brr,
put
give me some
hands
fight.
in his face.
Yeah.
So I feel like
You
that's
gonna
what's
fuck
going to
around
come
and
with
you gonna
Braun
fuck around
Breaker.
and be
You
Omos.
know,
Feed me. Oh no, wrong guy.
oh, please don't, not
Just
Omar.
crushing motherfuckers
Yeah,
all
they
day
get
and never
his
see
ass.
anything from it.
Yeah,
No, man.
he becomes the great Khali in a way.
Oh
Yeah.
When Great
man,
No,
Khali
he
one
first
that,
called
came
us
bro.
in,
like that,
Great
bro.
Great Khali, Great
He
Khali when
said,
he first
"Great
came in, he was
Khali."
like, oh my gosh, yeah, because right now
He
Omos
said, "I
is a
couldn't do
part
nothing
of
with
he's a
him."
part of the main roster, but they only use him for special attractions
That's
like
it.
Mhm.
the WrestleMania Battle
Mainly
Royal,
overseas
the Madison
matches now
Square
because
Garden
it's a
show,
believable
and
crowd.
because he's so tall, he's dealing with the stuff that the Great Khali dealt with. Maybe the Big Show, Andre the Giant, because
Right.
traveling and then 7 feet tall, trying to find a hotel, bed, all that
Bro,
shit is crazy.
it's
So I think they're looking out to him as much as they
Right.
can.
he's recruiting all
So
the
Check this
time
out.
too.
Check this shit out. This here, you want to hear a draft pick from me? I would put Omos and MVP in NXT,
Yes,
and I would let him
yes,
run rampant. I
I
would let
agree
him
with
run
that.
rampant.
I agree
I
with
would
that.
let him run rampant. I would
okay,
let
well then
people
who stop him then? Who stops
listen.
him though?
You could put him up against Trick Williams. You could put him up, and maybe
I'm
nobody
not on
stops
the
him for
Trick
a minute.
Williams kick after that match with him and Carmelo last night. I'm
You didn't
not on
like
the
it?
Why
kick.
not?
I did not like
Why
it
not?
at
Their match at
all.
hey, Warren. Their match at Stand and Deliver wasn't that good either. I'll be honest with you.
No, bro, I'm glad you're not the only one that's. I'm
I didn't
glad
think
I'm
so.
not the only one. I'm
I don't know,
sorry. They
man.
just
Their
don't gel
chemistry,
together in the ring.
their
They did
chemistry
not
ain't
gel
that
well.
good to me. I'm with Warren on this one. I thought I was the only person that said that.
Bro, I felt like I was gonna get trashed on this one because I'm just
Nah,
like
nah.
I've loved the
I'm not a
hype, I
fan.
love
Like
the build, the promos, everything was been great, but the matches they don't deliver. I'm sorry.
you're not lying. I can't even act like you seeing
I've
something.
never seen somebody make Carmelo feel mid. And that one, I just like I didn't understand who was gonna get the better push on that one. Like it just they did not gel well to me at all. I'm sorry to
Mhm.
say it, but they
I
did
can't hate
not
that.
gel
I
with
can't
me.
hate that response.
I was getting excited because when you watch the promo builds, like I tell everybody, man, I watch the promo builds before
Good
anything
story. Yeah,
to
it's just
show
they
the
don't mesh in the ring
presentation
like
of
that.
the match
I
and
agree with
stuff
you.
like that. And then when I
Sometimes yeah, it
watched it,
happens
I'm
like
just
that.
like,
Sometimes you get that build up, and then you get the match, and you be like,
Goldberg and Taker.
the build up was a lot better than the match.
Yeah,
Or sometimes you get that build up, and it be like, but then you get the match, and
Bro,
it's
I
like,
was
oh
hyped
shit,
for it too because I remember
yeah.
Dre,
all
you were
right.
talking about them. I'm
And
sitting there watching. I'm like, they have history, they have a build, everything could go into it. There's nothing that really could be wrongly delivered to this match. And when I watched it, I'm like,
shit, it was.
that
I
shouldn't have
didn't
been
see
the main
nothing
event.
wrong to it for me though. I mean,
I was like, that shouldn't
Yeah.
have been
maybe
the
I
main
was
event
too
to me.
involved in the characters
They could have
themselves
put the
though
Wolf
than the
Dogs in the main
actual
event
match.
if that was going to be the match. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like you guys said, you both are absolutely right. I mean, it's just sometimes that's just
Like a
how it
Kool
goes,
Aid,
man.
man. If you don't
Sometimes
have
it
that
just
much
don't
sugar,
all.
it's not that great no more.
Yeah, shit just don't pick up as much as you want to. One of the biggest, builds to a match that had fucking a dudded out, ending that I
I'll
can
take this
remember
off because we
is
ain't even really talking about the titles no
WCW,
more.
fucking Sting and Hogan, bro. Hollywood Hogan, remember that in
Yes.
Starrcade '98? That was one of the biggest builds I remember as being
He
a kid.
established things
I
so hard
could
in
not
that one.
wait to watch that fucking pay-per-view. And then when I saw it and Bret Hart came out and all that bullshit, I was like, how could you destroy this? Bruh, it's
So
unreal, yo. But yeah, you're right, man. I was thinking that same thing, but seeing like somebody like Omos go in there and go into NXT and
they
just
can
kind of run
establish
rampant,
him.
I think that would be awesome for him.
Give
And I think
him
it would be
reps,
also
give him a
interesting.
whole year, and then he
Yeah,
could go back to the main roster and people know way more of him, in my
yeah,
opinion.
and maybe be a better character or just a better presence because
Yes.
you're right, he is a
The
spectacle.
giant gimmick, I mean, obviously he's a giant type scenario. I get that part, but you gotta have that character.
More with it.
I will say this: that Roku channel, that Roku show that they had was very good.
I haven't watched it
Very
yet.
good.
I haven't watched any fucking TV, man. I ain't watched the Bray
So
Wyatt shit yet. I
Almas
haven't
was
watched
always
anything.
talking about character building stuff, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know why he got signed. I know the story he's got presented, but he does not have a character to me. and that's something that he really needs to continue to get the bookings and continue to
Yeah.
be on TV and stuff like that. So I totally agree with you on the NXT realm thing. Now, the guy that I think could take it, it's tough to pull right now.
You might not see him yet. He might.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. I
that's the
think
thing. Yeah, he
he's
might
not
not
there yet.
be there yet. Yeah, you know, you could do an Obafemi.
I would
with
say
Omar.
Ilya. I still don't see Ilya as a good babyface right now. I
I
just
don't
think
either.
he's
That's
as a
another one. I
wrestler,
don't.
he's just not a character.
NXT shit right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Fuck it. I'll say it all the way. NXT right now, it's kind of fucking mid to me, yo. Trick
The
is
girls
good.
are the only thing that's really impressing me in
Yeah,
shows
they
right
wrestle.
now.
Their wrestling matches be good. Like, you know, like we said, Dijak, Obafemi, and the Josh Briggs match. That shit was
And
phenomenal.
what's that guy's name?
Obafemi,
Huh?
Oba.
Oba.
Obafemi. Yeah,
Oba. I do like
he's
him.
a beast. He's a beast.
That thing with Ivar
That's an
established
Oba
him.
name.
Ivar, man.
Established him.
Yo, Ivar needs to go sit his half a tag team having ass.
Hey,
Can't
man,
stop
I'm
getting
all for
injured
it.
ass.
Those two
Get
are
the
going to
fuck out of here. I'm
legitimately
tired
have
of
a
that nigga,
match,
yo.
I think. It's going to be like Dijak and Keith Lee had.
He
Two
involved with
big men
everybody,
doing
bro. I'm
cruiserweight
over it.
shit.
He was just fighting Ricochet and fucking Bronson
Yeah,
Reed.
see
Now he's on.
that's my thing. That's
He
my
was
thing.
on
I think
too
they're
much.
really trying to tease Ivar to be a singles guy.
He
If he could
whacked
just
though.
drop the Viking character, I would be all for it.
Bro.
I can't stand the Viking gimmick.
I don't
All
like
right,
that shit either.
I still say it to this day. We went to an NXT taping. Everybody was hoping for Undisputed Era. Everyone with Undisputed Era shirts on. The main event, you heard it was possibly teased. And when the Viking Raiders came out, or AKA at the time they were called War Raiders,
War Raiders.
when they came out, bro, the building cleaned out.
I bet.
Walked out on a house show on NXT. It's never been done before.
They're a
Did
good
not
tag
get the
team,
Undisputed
but
Era.
it was
and
always
left.
mid.
While they were even in their entrance standpoint, everybody just left.
To me, whenever you got a tag team and one person's always injured, either that one or the other one, I just don't fuck with them, yo. I lose interest immediately. I'm
it's
sorry.
tough,
Like,
bro.
if you
It really is tough.
injury prone, I'm not. I can't get behind you because I don't believe nothing that's happening. Like you gonna be, in my opinion, you're gonna be gone 5 minutes. So I can't get behind you like that.
I mean, so I'm up and unders with that because I mean, obviously, me being on the injured list before. Now, my biggest thing is you're always hurt when you're doing this. You're never fully 100%. It don't matter if anybody says, "Hey, I'm healthy," whatever. Like Rock said it on his Instagram post perfectly. He's banged up, he's bruised, but he didn't break anything. So that's a plus. That is a legitimate thing when you talk about pro wrestling. I mean, football, you're going to come in that business hurt. Now, fully hurt, like you just said, yes, you have to watch those things because this is a business. This is a market standpoint. You're depending on a company, on these athletes and stuff like that. That's why it's a tougher mentality. That's why you get the big salary that you're finally destined, that you finally earned.
Exactly.
So if you are hurt, yes, it does kill the business type scenario. I mean, the thing with Rhea,
it's unfortunate. It's nobody's fault either, because like you said, like being in the industry and stuff like that, like there's nothing you can do to prevent an injury, bro. Like, you know, you can be as safe as you can be in the ring.
It is scary.
Yeah, and you never knock anybody for it, but just realistically, if you watch, just like CM Punk was a big deal. He came back, supposed to have a big match with Seth Rollins and all that shit, and then bam, he got injured. Immediately, my fucking brain is like, okay, all right, nigga, well, it was fun seeing you, but you injured. Okay, I'll see you when you come back. Maybe I'll be interested again. But now, you think I'm gonna be interested like I was before? Nah. Unfortunately, the turn of events happen, and it's just you're on the way of the past.
You got that motor, bro, and that motor is going to continue on, bro.
Fighters are the same way, but the only thing that's different with wrestling is, you know, wrestlers are doing that shit in and out every damn week. You know what I mean? Consistently. So. Yeah, well,
Finn Balor won the championship for a moment. Had to drop it. When have you seen him back in the title picture? When you see him back in the title
I don't see you as a hard contender anymore because you got injured. You was in the match with Edge. And you got the thing. You got to get staples again. You just always got some shit going. I don't even know what happened to fucking Mania. You fucking black eyes and shit. Sit down, man. If you know you got this shit, maybe it's time for you to start changing up your style. If you injured every 5 minutes and I can't even get a following behind your ass, like I don't know, bro. You know, I know it's a hard industry.
I'm adamant
what's going on now?
Are we talking about like
setup? That's what thing I did when I first got back. I changed a lot of the movesets that I had that would affect my neck.
Daniel Bryan talked
Drop
about
kicks,
fucking
stuff like
Miz.
that.
I mean,
My
Miz talked
landing,
about
all
Daniel
that.
Bryan or whatever, but Daniel Bryan, he was getting injured every 5 minutes, and the Miz told him straight to his
Miz
face,
put him
"I
on
wrestle like a
blast
coward.
on that.
I'm on every single week. Where are you at? You injured. You in a manager's role right now." And he was absolutely right. I'm not saying you got to wrestle like you scared, but at the same time, if you want to be invested in this business, you're gonna have to make those proper
You gotta
precautions.
work smart. There's one thing in wrestling I
all the
always
people.
learn, bro. Work smart, not harder.
Yeah, man.
And I learned this in training schools, man. The best gimmick is the one that takes the least bumps. Like if you can get the crowd to involve in you without the least bump scenario, you're established. You do your part.
Our truth, right there.
Exactly.
And shit,
Exactly.
you know what? I'm not even, a wrestling technician or, and got all the, behind the scenes scoop. But I would say, you know, it, I don't even think it's about the less bumps. I want to say it's about the character. Like if you over as fuck, man, motherfucker don't really give a fuck about you doing anything in the ring. They still gonna cheer you.
You're very right. That is extremely true.
They still gonna cheer. They still gonna love the shit out you, man. Like
Yep.
it really don't even matter though. Like you could take, you gotta like how you gotta say it, work smarter, right? You don't need to take 50 bumps out there. You could just take 3 bumps, 2 bumps, whatever. You ain't gotta take no bumps. But the fans still, if you are real over with them and you got that character that they love, they still gonna cheer you at the end of the
You
day.
don't got to do the fucking moonsault to the outside of the ring every match. It's
So
too
that's why
much.
that's
I
why I
would
think
literally
characters
I would literally agree to work a match with you just for making that
and,
reference. I
because
have to tell people all the time, bro, you
so
don't have to
much,
always be on that top rope.
eh,
You don't
I left
always have
out
to do these different
when we
things,
were
man.
talking
Like
about the
smart.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Joint, and I know like from that match itself, which I thought it was alright, but I'm more invested. Well, I am still is more invested into I think the actual character and the story that they were telling, but more so the characters that they
The
doing.
song is Matrix
Yeah, the
established
song
completely.
is nice, but I like the characters that they present though. I think
Yeah.
like I said, Carmelo, he can come up, but I think Tricky Williams definitely would need some more work, but I think the characters, man, when you have
Yeah.
that over the top character, man, you could have probably 5 moves of doom, but if you
You're
had
right.
that over the top character, boy, like you could
You're
be good.
absolutely right, bro. Yeah. You
People
don't you
shit
don't
on
you don't need to be
Cena.
crazy.
Cena did the smartest thing. People shitted on The Rock. Rock did the smartest thing. People shitted on Austin. They did the same thing. Bro,
Yeah.
it got to the point where, even though Austin and all these guys were superly hurt, but they were on the show every week. You know why? Because they worked to that standpoint. They knew, if I got a bad leg, okay, I got to watch the moves that I was doing. I got to take those least arm drags. I got to watch these things. If my shoulder's messed up, like you have to look at, and I think even in a combat scenario, bro, like the first thing you always got to look at is avoid your weakness. You have to avoid that weakness. If something is your weakness, try to find
Shit,
something to work against it.
the fans just ate John Cena up because it was the same old shit for a long time though. The Rock and
I
Stone
mean,
Cold,
Austin
they
did it,
didn't.
Rock did it.
You gotta
No,
remember,
but no,
speaking on that.
yeah. Stone Cold did get, obviously, yeah. Stone Cold did have this neck injury
I
though, but
mean,
Stone
they did the
Cold
same
when he
moves
got,
all the time.
but when Stone Cold had more than like 4 or 5 moves though, but he was so over, he could come out there and hit the
Yeah.
stunner, and that would have been
That's what
it.
it was.
The
That's it.
Rock would have came out there and hit the
That's
rock
where you know
bottom,
he's
It was
the
too
people's
over.
elbow. That would have
That's
been
right.
it. You feel me?
That's
So
right.
John Cena, he was over with a lot of kids and a lot of grown ups too, but it was more so like, damn, the same old shit though. It's like,
Yo, Jay, I gotta say this real quick because you're absolutely right. But the thing people forget about Cena, and one of the reasons why I say John Cena is definitely probably
Speak
number
on it.
one
Know
contender.
where you're about to go with it. Speak on it.
He was more consistent than almost everybody that you named right
yeah,
now, bro.
he was.
Hulk Hogan, every fucking body. Cena was in from what 2006, I think it was.
No.
2002.
Way earlier than that, bro. Way
2002.
earlier.
You're right. 2002.
2002.
From with the Kurt Angle thing, with the ruthless aggression
Yeah,
shit, the beginning of it, through the whole fucking ruthless aggression period, 2002 all the way to 2017, 18, 19.
Yeah, but
That's almost 20 fucking years that he was consistently
and
there, bro.
and that is it,
And the
right.
top guy.
And I think,
The
and I
top
when I think
guy.
when I think about that stat too, and I think about that a lot, that is amazing. But you gotta Hulk Hogan. He didn't stay because of the WCW thing, and he went over there. Stone Cold. What if he didn't get landed on his neck? The Rock. What if he didn't get called to Hollywood? You know,
Yeah,
so many things was turning and just let. What if Eddie Guerrero didn't, pass on? It was just so
yeah,
much
for sure.
things that fucking happened in the
It's
wrestling
a lot of
business
what
that
ifs. Yeah.
what if so many. But John Cena, like you said, was the consistent, and he stayed
Consistently.
there. And a lot of people left. A lot of people got fired. A lot of people went to Hollywood, but John Cena stayed. So I do give John Cena that though. I do give him that
Yeah,
though.
I think he's the GOAT, man. You know, stay with one character. Did you hear? I don't know if you
Randy
guys
Orton is
saw
the
it.
second one.
He is. It's crazy, but Orton was never
Bro.
as over as fucking Cena was, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Orton
he's
is
definitely
I think
now.
I
literally
think I think
the
Orton was
best guy
over
to
with the
put on a
grown-ups,
wrestling promotion.
the
Period.
male. I think Orton was so more over with the adult
Physique, size,
males
mic
than
work,
the adult.
presentation,
I mean,
moveset.
than the little kids.
Orton fits everything.
Because
Orton's
John
a
Cena
beast.
Everything.
had the
I
kids,
love Roy
Yeah.
Randy
and
too, though.
the adult,
Man,
fans, the adult male fans had Randy Orton because he'll punt
I'm
a
sorry.
motherfucker in the head,
On
that's
my
right. The
grid,
Legend
crazy
Killer
Randy
Fist.
would be my number
skill,
one pick,
you
regardless of
know.
what age he is. Randy would always be my number one pick.
Yeah.
So,
All
yeah.
right. All right. But
There was
yeah,
a
I mean,
debate. There was a good debate about. I mean, Jim Cornette. Everyone said it at its best. If you would need 5 guys to make a wrestling promotion, Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Randy Orton. Like that's how true everybody saw Randy. And I mean, just the stuff that he does, bro. And he's still at a high level, still to this day, moving. And the
Randy
way he's
still.
working,
Oh,
bro.
hey, Warren. I'm not trying to burst your bubble. Randy's still kind of flat on the fucking mic, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He doesn't have to
Randy,
do much.
Randy
That's the
he
thing,
used
though.
his promos used to be a little harder, but Randy kind of flat on the
I
mic,
think
bro. I
he
ain't gonna
mellowed
lie.
Yeah,
down
I think
because obviously that really messed him psychologically
nah.
at that standpoint too. Because
See,
that '09, he even talks about it
no,
all the time.
I think Randy Orton. This is what I think. I think Randy Orton realized he ain't really got to say too much. He can do whatever
Yes,
because people love Randy Orton, and also the
he
RKO
hits the
went so
RKO out of
fucking
nowhere.
viral that all
Right,
people want to see is an RKO. You ain't got to
RKO.
say
In a
shit. All you
way,
got to see
he
is an
gets the
RKO.
same
That's
reaction
it.
like
Right about
Austin would
that.
get on a stunner.
Exactly. You ain't got to say
Am I wrong
nothing.
with this?
That's the
Am I
same thing
wrong for
with
saying this?
that's the same thing with Stone Cold. You ain't had to say nothing, but
Yes,
you want to see that stunner. That
You're
was
right
it.
about that too.
exactly. That's why I was a little hesitant when I said that though, because Randy does get the same reaction for an RKO as what Stone Cold would get for a stunner. He doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah, he does.
He
He
can
does.
hold his
Now
own,
he does.
but now
He
you're
like
waiting for
bro.
that.
I don't fucking know what he said.
In the beginning, no, but now I think when it went so viral, you got
Yeah.
kids doing it, people doing it
Oh
in the
yeah.
pool,
You
playgrounds.
got
It
people that
got,
don't even know wrestling talk about Orton.
like
RKO,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
Sports. You got people just randomly doing RKOs just to do it.
Yo, this is what I was
mhm.
gonna say. Before I forget, did y'all see? I don't know because I watch fucking TikTok all day. Like I said, Mick Foley and Hulk Hogan just had a sit down, and they were kind of doing an interview, and they were talking to each other and stuff
They used
like
to have
that.
a
Because they
major
had a
beef.
beef back in the
They
day.
used to have a
Yeah,
major
Yeah,
beef.
they did. Well, Hogan said some kind of fucked up shit, basically saying like, "Hey,
Called him
I'm
a
in the
porn
gym,"
star.
and Mick Foley is like, eating pretzels and burritos, whatever he was saying.
Yeah.
But he didn't respect him as like a wrestler. He thought he was a glorified stuntman. That's what Hulk Hogan called Mick Foley. But
A lot of
basically,
them did.
in this meeting, like Hulk Hogan kind of broke back and he was like, "Yo, man, I'm really sorry. Like, I was ignorant to say some shit like that. I respect your caliber." And they had a good conversation. But in this conversation, they actually said that apparently Hulk Hogan, and you got to take this with a grain of salt because Hulk Hogan kind of got a reputation. But he said that he went to Vince, man, and he explained to him the Hollywood Hogan gimmick. And Vince McMahon was basically telling him like, "Yo, no, the red and yellow is over, man. Like, people aren't going to be interested in seeing you do anything else. I don't have no I don't really have no direction for you right now." And he said that was one of the reasons. He said he told Vince that he'll never work against him, but that was one of the reasons he went to WCW and shit. And seeing things like John Cena just coming out and saying like he had ideas for a heel turn, because he just recently did an interview and saying he had ideas for a heel turn, but they were scared to risk it. They didn't want to take the risk with it. It's
Mhm.
interesting. All these characters, like, we ask these questions, like, especially us, like, long-term wrestling fans, like, why did these motherfuckers go and transition over to WCW all those years ago? Besides the money, I think a lot of
Just like
people were
what guys
just
in
like,
I
AEW,
think I, I
just
think a
like
lot
what
of
guys in AEW did, just to get their moment, and they
just
knew
their
they could
moment.
take that wheel.
Exactly. Have more of
Same thing
a
with Mercedes
flexibility
Mooney.
with their work, man.
That's the
yeah.
reason why she went over there, because she got the bag. She wanted the highest paid for a woman wrestler.
Yeah.
She got it.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
some of them do, leave and go over there. We all know like the WCW days, and even now with AEW, yeah, the money is really a lot of to do with it. But I think the big part of the thing got to do with is the schedule, and then I think you have a little bit more freedom or say so with the character that you're presenting on
Yeah.
television.
let's
Like how you
speak
said with
on that.
WCW, with WWE, when you
We
mentioned
don't
Hulk
really talk.
Hogan, and Hulk Hogan was he wanted to do something else. John wanted to turn heel, yeah, and these like how you mentioned Hogan, Cena, two top baby faces in WWE history, and Mercer and all that. Vince didn't want to change that. He didn't want to put that in
And that
jeopardy,
was the fucking problem at
and
the end of the day.
And
and
That
a
that's
was the
lot
what
of
problem.
created
and a,
WCW
and
until
a lot of
Hogan and them
and
got
a lot
there.
of guys and a lot of guys deal with that too, whether they're on the undercard or mid card or something like that, where it's like, okay, I have these ideas, okay, I had this and it's getting rejected, or it's not, I'm not getting no one to listen to, and then you know what, hey, fuck it, I want to go do the indies, maybe I can
Yep.
do something there, and or go to
Back then,
AEW or
nobody
something
would
like
do
that.
it.
So
Back then, nobody would go
you
to
know,
the Indies because they knew it was a career suicide. We used to call it wrestling suicide. If you got it to the big times, that was all you needed.
Oh
Now,
yeah, of course, because
obviously,
there
if you
wasn't as
got
much,
from a WWE moniker, of
exposure.
course, you automatically guaranteed. I'm not going to say actual price, but you are going to be covered. You will take somebody's slot on a card, regardless of where they're, how long they've been there, how well of a train they were, whatever. If you were on
Yeah.
that WWE
Same thing
standpoint,
with stand-up
you will
comedy
be
and shit
put on
like
the
that.
card.
Yeah, it's all the
Yes.
same thing, bro. It's all about how much of a fucking draw you are. And like we were talking when you had your friend on that time, the other wrestler who was saying it was the Fed and all that shit or whatever, fucking super indie man. But just
Shout
like
out to
that,
Jules.
bro.
He just got on NWA last night.
Awesome. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. But you sit there and you see these people, and the difference now between the indie scene and wrestling is the indie scene actually has platforms to be exposed, and you didn't have
Mhm.
that shit before, man. And that's why, thanks to Cody Rhodes, I'll say that shit forever. Cody Rhodes
Yes.
to me was the person that put the indies on the fucking map, and I've been saying that shit. And that shit that they started with AEW when AEW was first getting kicked, and they sold out that All In event, and they sold it out in minutes or whatever, an hour or whatever it was. That shit put the indie scene on the map for the average wrestling fan who watched
Cody
WWE and
did it.
maybe
Not
something else.
Jericho, nobody. Cody did it.
Cody did that shit. Yeah, so it's like I definitely understand, man, but they have so much more of a platform to be exposed, and that's why you can leave WWE and
Huh.
still make a big ass name for yourself at this point, bro.
Hey, yo, they petty. I just want to say that right
Speaking
now.
of
They petty.
this,
It's a
speaking of
motherfucker.
that, let's
Bro.
transition
Like,
to the
oh,
next topic.
I'll be the first. I'll be the first to say it right
Oh,
now because
Dre,
I
I'll
talked
give you the
about it.
solo screen.
Oh,
Go ahead, bro.
now you ain't gotta give me the soda stream. I want to see everybody's face though, and everybody's reaction
The
though.
reactions, right? I like the reactions too. I want to see my goofy
Yeah,
ass on the screen.
I talked about I talked about this too last week, man. I feel like they are
8
so
months
desperate
later. That's all I'm going to
after
say. 8 months later.
after the aftermath of WrestleMania died down, they said, you know what we can do to try to get some fucking attention on us? Release a video clip of CM Punk, who's actually in the WWE now, who's probably not thinking about what the fuck we doing or any of that, and let's try to get some notarized, like. And then the FTR they had the nerve to come out there and say the same thing we all was saying. WWE is more popular. They even said it. The other three letters are more
They even
popular
said it
now.
on TV.
They even said it live on fucking television. And the Young
Mm.
Bucks even said it prior to showing the video. Like, yeah, we was
Get
good.
CM Punk
Like, we
chants in
was
the
good.
stadium.
What went wrong? Yeah, well, a lot of things went wrong. You guys were building up superstars and never getting back with them. You guys were telling stories and never finishing them. It was a lot of shit that went wrong. What happened to the
Ooh,
OG AEW fans? AEW superstars that we just haven't just seen in a long time. They just started hiring every WWE guy who just got fired on their day off. It
That's
was
what they
weird.
did.
It was weird as fuck. It was weird as Brian, you stupid.
You
It
got
was
fun on the day off.
it was crazy, bro. Like how they did that, man.
You right.
Like I feel like that
You
was
right, bro.
totally desperation from
Yo,
them,
you
and
know
it
what
just
it
coming
reminded
from
me of? I don't know if you guys remember this shit, but I probably remember it. Remember when fucking Mankind and The Rock fought on Raw
oh
and
yeah, and they
and
gave away the
WCW tried to give away the ending of it and everybody switched over to
yep.
backfire?
I
yeah.
Remember
forgot
that
all
shit?
about that. They
This
did try to
reminded me
spoil
of that
that
shit, yo.
match. Yep.
Yeah. But at the same time, you remember too, one of the big reasons why they did this shit, and I'm not saying it's any less petty because it was petty. I think that AEW is too focused on competing instead of focusing on putting out a good product. And like I said, I'm not a fucking advocate. I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, that's just because you guys just watch WWE." Blah 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 blah.
No.
Nah, man, we're watching history repeat itself, just like you just said, Dre. We saw this same shit with WCW, man. I've fucking been saying it since I was talking about AEW before. It's the same routine. It's the same fucking routine. It's recycled people going over. TNA did it too. TNA did it and they established themselves, but them guys was halfway on their way out when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and all them people jumped out of what's it called and jumped into TNA for a little while. Hogan, all of them motherfuckers, Sting. It was on their way out. It was just exciting to see them for the last time. Booker T, he went right in the fucking announcing when he got done with TNA, bro. It was a lot of transitions, but AEW is like you just said, Dre. They're trying to the people who didn't make it work in WWE, they're trying to take them in and they're trying to establish them there now. That's the same fucking routine from WCW. So we're not hating because we're just people who watch WWE. We're literally people who have seen this shit happen twice and it's not working. You're too focused on the fucking other product and you're not putting enough into your product and it's not working, bro. And that's why there's so much conversation around this topic. But CM Punk did jump in there and have that podcast on that,
He said everything. He said everything.
He said all
that
this
he
shit.
did.
That's why they did that shit. And that's why I think they did that shit. But it was still, if they were smart, they should have just let that shit go and just let CM Punk look stupid and say, fuck it, I don't care about CM Punk. He ain't here no more. And then just continue with their product.
Exactly. That's my thing. And man, this is something I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen this countless times on the independent circuit. Like, literally, petty promoters going after each other just based off of old drama. Tony started this whole organization saying, hey, we're not WWE. We're not even trying to compete with them. We're just bringing pro wrestling to a public audience. This is what I would have been invested on. This is where I would have signed a contract. This is where I would have been like, wow, we've got believability. We don't have to go to WWE to get on TV. We don't have to do this. But now they have proven it in the last 5 years. I dare someone to come on here and talk about, oh, you're just bitter. No, I've watched every fucking product. I have seen countless guys that I have been in the ring with. I have had chemistry with people that are on AEW that vent to me about what's going on backstage, what vents to me, what goes on in WWE, all this crap going on. It's not just one company. It's the fact that and this is another thing. One, you do this 8 months later. Why? For a storyline that doesn't make a lick of sense. You have just
trying to talk shit,
everyone
man.
has said for the longest time. AEW don't tell stories.
They use this footage. They use this footage to try to tell a story between
nobody gave a damn about this, bro. You had people in the
Young
stage
Bucks wasn't
going
involved in
CM Punk.
None of it.
CM
It was between Punk and Jack Perry. So why?
Where's that
I mean,
go
because
with
the
Young Bucks?
Are they the EVPs?
Dre, that's because that was an excuse to use it because what they really wanted to do was try to show some shit for whatever reason,
But they wanted to try to cover
CM
their
Punk.
ass talking about this stuff, and they ruined themselves in the same.
Yeah, they wanted to
standpoint.
show off for CM Punk over there fighting in the back, and they thought that it was going to make something, I guess, a different reaction than what he was already telling the story of what happened in the back. And I'm not going to say. Let me also say this. Fuck it, I'm going to say it too. I don't give a fuck what anybody feels about it. But CM Punk was also wrong. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you put your hands on somebody,
But
CM Punk
months
hit him
later,
first.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm just saying. No matter what, if you put your hands on somebody, from what I saw in the video, Jack Perry or whatever the fuck his name is, he didn't put his hands on him first. He might have had an attitude, he might do this, but CM Punk felt the need to physically put his fucking hands on him. And
yeah, but we don't know what was said as well.
That's why they took the audio away too.
Yo,
we don't know what was said.
Do you think that's why they did not show the audio version as well?
I don't know.
Should I ask? Do you believe there's a certain extent to what somebody could say that make you punch them first?
Okay, Dre, let me answer this. Now, I'm the right motherfucker to answer this right here. All right, listen. For me, Dre, let me explain this. Me, you can't get past a certain fucking extent. I'm dropping you. It's been fucking said and proven. I'm not one of them motherfuckers that's gonna allow you to walk up to me and I'm standing in your face like this, waiting to get fucking hit, or you sneak me. Nah. If you walk close enough, if I'm backing up, especially, but you continuing, I'm dropping you. But at the same time,
that's a provoke type
scenario. That's a provoke situation. But at the same time, if I'm standing in front of somebody's face and they're talking and saying a whole bunch of shit, even if it's antagonizing, if I keep myself in a situation, I do have to know that no matter what, I'm gonna fuck your mother, your dog, your sister. If I'm sitting there and letting them amp me the fuck up and I retaliate to that situation, I am in the wrong. I might be justified. Well, he was talking about this shit. Yeah, I'm justified, but I'm still in the wrong on some court shit. Like, hey, listen, did you touch him first though? Yeah, I did. I knocked him the fuck out. Oh, all right, man. You got to go to jail. And I'm like,
yes, I agree.
Yeah, but I agree. But at the same time, it's just.
But this is my thing, bro. If you would have done it 8 months ago, when everyone was on the I hate CM Punk kick, this would have made it. He wouldn't have.
But why make it even then? Why make it even then, though? It's still petty. Even if they did it right after and said what CM Punk did, it's still.
Well,
petty,
I mean, it really did cause an issue for their big draw that they did, which I'm not knocking it, bro. They drew out London. They drew London.
Yeah,
that's great.
I feel like it's so petty because CM Punk is obviously not there no more. He's with the WWE. Moved back to home where
he's happy.
When he first came. And
the young think it was a bluff, but he is legitimately happy.
The Young Bucks like, well, damn, we let this motherfucker come in and wreck shop, and now he leave and cause all this commotion.
That's it, really.
What's that saying?
What's that
saying? He living
They were really mad about that, you know.
That's what they're mad about, yeah.
And then
that motherfucker went.
You know, like.
And remember, because CM Punk was when he came back in Chicago, it was the biggest deal.
That was the biggest deal for AEW. I'm still saying it to this day.
That was it. You're right.
The biggest accomplishment AEW's done. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yes, London is awesome. They drew it out, amazing. But bringing CM Punk back to pro wrestling, that is the only really major establishment out of it. You're not lying
about it.
And you are really ruining your company right now. I don't care how much money you have right now. You keep this up, bro, you're going to have to sell your product. You're going to have to make this to make it a believable thing because now you're showing that, hey, man, I don't have stability in my locker room no more. I don't have control of these guys. Man. And then that shit that Will Ospreay pulled, talking about with Triple H, bro,
that's another
why?
One, yeah.
What was needed?
Yeah, but
that was not needed.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be that person. I was like, Triple H said something first, right?
Did Triple H? Yeah, because I didn't hear. Did he say some shit?
But in reality, he said that about everyone in general. He said if you don't want to see the schedule,
if I'm there, fuck it. You talk about me, nigga.
He's not wrong. Anyway,
I'm in the back. You see everybody. You talking about me.
I already knew who he was talking about
and what was going on. I mean, he's not wrong with this. If you don't want to be in that grind, then don't. But my thing is, he didn't say anyone's name in general. We knew who the hell Will Ospreay was talking about. Grind the boss's daughter. Who else is on there doing this? Like, come on. Like, you sitting there saying, hey, man, I want to establish myself in a U.S. audience. I want to really bring myself to be into this U.S. audience.
Like,
bro. Okay, so you gotta ruffle with you gotta tickle TK's nutsack to realize, hey man,
I,
I'm gonna
I
take a
just
shot at Triple H for this.
I want to say
Like, come
one
on,
thing on that though. I believe every kid's dream. Just about everyone who's on every roster in wrestling in this world right now, whether it's independent, professionally, or whatever. Just about every little kid dream started by watching WWF, WWE when you were
Yep.
little and you saw someone that you looked up to, whether it was The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, The
That's
Rock, or
right.
whoever it was, and you was like, man, I want to be a wrestler, I want to be there. You really, really
say
like
it
you was
again,
looking
Devin.
up and
Here, I'll
it,
start that one, bro, because that is the true
it,
statement. Triple H
it,
didn't name nobody.
yeah,
That's
it
the
really
thing.
wasn't like you sat there and was like, you know what, man, when I grow up,
You
man, I
made that
want to
sound
be
like it was you. That was what it
I want to
was.
be in AEW, or I want to be in, this, that, and the thing. No, you wanted to be in the big leagues. Like
You
if
wanted
you are a
TK to
football
sit
player
there and cater to
and
your ass because he doesn't know wrestling backwards.
hold on, Warren. If you're a football player and you play football all across the country or high school and college, your dream is to play in the NFL, right?
NFL.
Not
Yep.
to play
You're right.
in the
Yep.
Canadian Football League or the
That's right.
UFL. But shit happens. But shit happens though. You might not make it.
The
Only one
lingerie
percent.
football league.
Only 1% makes it to the league though, and
Right.
that's what it is though. But nobody is up there like, man, when I grow up, man, I'm trying to make it to the NWA. No offense though, no offense,
No, you
no
absolutely right,
offense.
bro.
But
Fuck everything.
we trying
You
to
right.
make it to the WWE,
The big
and
leagues, man.
motherfuckers shit on that
That works
theory
for
of
me. That's
like
enough for
uh
me.
they don't want to come to WWE. Like, come on, man, if you say who you are, and like we all know that lately WWE had a track record of not doing certain superstars right,
Yeah.
but if you
It's
say who
different.
you are and you want to be a big superstar, come to the WWE. Don't just say, man, I want to go to AEW where you know what, I get the lightest schedule, I get this, I get that, I get still, which is now one thing AEW got, which I do love. Shout out to John Moxley. He's the new IWGP heavyweight champion. He went on to
Right.
New Japan, so I think that is incredible. You got guys within the company that still can work every place. I think that's
Drake,
Bro, that's
amazing.
the only
hold on one second.
WWE
One
that they
second.
got
That
established
really
there.
is. I think
Guys,
that is
listen.
amazing.
Let me say this on that topic right there, real quick. I have to stop. Real quick. Listen, I know it is fun. I know it's fun that John Moxley can be on AEW and go to Ring of Honor. John Moxley can be on AEW and go to New Japan. John Moxley be on AEW and go
He's
wherever
gonna
the
do
fuck he
that.
wants to go. Listen though, I think that's part of AEW's biggest fucking problem. You can't the casual watcher, which is me to the fullest, because I'm the casual fucking. Every now and then I tune in, I'll check out a couple matches, I'll see what's going on, but I always follow and say, okay, that's what happened. Oh, this week, this week. Now follow. Casual watcher. I can't keep up, man. I can't keep up every fucking person that's jumping to this promotion, that promotion. There's 4 promotions, there's 5 promotions. He's on TNA this week. Nick Nemeth, I don't know where that motherfucker wrestling. He wrestling here, there, every fuck. You might as well be in the fucking indies. The thing about having an established promotion, like you were just saying, Dre, if you're allowing every fucking body to be a part of the promotion, not be a part of, you're a part of theirs, where do you have any kind of like credibility with your own shit? You share
You're right.
everything. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like that's one of the big John Moxley just winning the New Japan Pro Wrestling fucking championship, whatever you call it, IGWP. Great for him. Success for him. I'm glad he's having an amazing career. He got another notch in his belt. For me as a fucking fan, I would love to see John Moxley back in WWE. For me as a fan, I would love to see what John Moxley is doing at AEW when I tune in on Wednesdays. For me as a fan, I would love to say, I know John Moxley. I can't wait to see him fucking wrestle at, Fantasy or whatever that shit's coming at AEW. But no, I have to constantly, he's got a match for the belt over here. How much of a bill can that possibly be? How much of a story can that possibly tell? Oh, it's just a match? Okay. The thing about pro wrestling, we all know that it is predetermined. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This is why I'm going to sound like Ronda Rousey. It's not a real fight. I'm not saying what they do isn't real. It's extremely real, and it takes a lot of talent. But don't play with me and try to fucking disbelief that it's a real fight. I know John Moxley isn't going in there and he's beating the shit out of this guy until he can pin him and stop him from kicking out, on some whim shit. Like, oh, we didn't know that was going to happen in the back. No, it's predetermined. So if you have constant things that happen and you know the outcome, the story is what you need to be invested in. Because it's not a fucking UFC fight. UFC, you watching two guys, you have no idea who's going to win, and you're watching them fight to the death at the end of the fucking day. And when somebody wins, you're excited because you're like, damn, I saw that fucking thing. I can't believe he got that. But when you're watching a wrestling match, a part of you has to know, well, this is predetermined. Somebody, I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still entertained by it. But if you're not having a big story to build up for this shit,
you should
to
be
me,
defending that title in AEW. That's what he should be doing. It tells that story.
Kind of worthless.
You are right with the whole AEW thing. I think another thing with them, they do have a lot of like I think Ring of Honor should just be its own separate show. You know,
I'm saying, bro.
You know,
how can you get invested, bro? Like,
yeah, you can't, and I give one woman I don't think I've seen on AEW since they have done this whole back and forth thing is Athena. You know, what was her name in W?
Bro,
Ember Moon.
Ember Moon. She's been the Ring of Honor Women's Champion for a minute. I haven't seen her on Dynamite, which I think is incredible because she's just on Ring of Honor. But I don't like to tune in. I don't want to tune in to AEW and see a Ring of Honor World Champion. I want to see what you're doing.
Why? Yeah.
I feel like that's stupid.
I mean, I can understand.
I do. Real fast. I do get what you're saying about having, John Moxley just be on Dynamite. But I think it is, which I would love to see some of the WWE guys wrestle AEW or MLW come up. I would love to see it all. But obviously, it doesn't really work like that. So, but to see John Moxley go over to New Japan, might not follow all like that. Screw all the people who say, "Oh, if you don't watch New Japan, you ain't really a wrestling fan." So, whatever like that. But I just think that with they got going on, especially AEW, I like the whole that they can wrestle for other promotions. I just don't like the whole ring of the story. Better yet, the story. It's no story. Sort of.
It's hard to have a story when you're in 15 different fucking places every 5 minutes, man.
And it makes it just a title, and that's the thing. It makes it just a title. This is where a lot of people might get mad at me on, and I'm fully on Brian's side, and I'm an independent wrestler, and I have been saying this countless times. If you are a champion, you don't need to be a promotions champion, 8 different promotions champion. It doesn't make no sense to it. You should be taking that one title and defending it everywhere. That's how I've always seen this thing, because one, it's showing presentation to that one promotion. Because it's like,
exactly.
That's like Jordan fucking Grace on the Royal Rumble. How many people went and watched Impact Wrestling or now TNA because of what she did on the Royal Rumble? Yeah. Oh, she's a champion? Let me go on Thursday and watch this and see it. They drew ratings after that Rumble because of that night. Yeah. I mean, seeing Naomi coming from that thing, they looked at the flashback. Like, oh wow, Naomi came there.
That was a spectacle too. It wasn't an every fucking week event. It was a spectacle. Like this happened. But you got AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor. They're constantly fucking involved with each other's stuff.
So this is my
not
thing.
Really as exciting anymore.
Moxley is the champion in New Japan. Why can't he be the champion for AEW? If they're doing that type of scenario, if he's an AEW guy, how come he's got to go to New Japan to win the heavyweight title?
Or why is he still fighting AEW when he has a New Japan title? Why is he even there? He should be in New Japan until he loses the title.
He needs to be understand the fucking New Japan for that one, yes.
But the thing is, Athena's happening. Yeah, I mentioned Athena. She's one of the best ones in Ring of Honor that they sort of protecting.
He kept this shit as a scorecard, and that's what pisses me off with this stuff. And everybody wants to sit here and ride that coattail. Oh, he's making wrestling great again. Da 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 da.
No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, and I'm not hating either. I just don't. I feel like his promotion would have so much more prestige if he wasn't so worried about trying to entertain everybody.
I say this countless times. If you're going to be a promoter of a pro wrestling company, you cannot be a fucking fan. You have to put business first to do this scenario. Period.
I agree fully. I'm not a promoter. I'm just saying, I know for one thing, if I open a restaurant or if I open a fucking candy shop, whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to be the person that says, okay, I'm going to take every fucking cook from all other restaurants and bring them to my shit and then let everybody, because then nobody's ever going to really come to my shit. They're going to go everywhere else.
Exactly.
But if I have my own fucking team that's working, everybody who likes my shit and enjoys my shit and know this is the only place they can get it, they're going to be loyal. They're going to be dedicated, just like WWE. Just the reason why Vince brought up all the fucking promotions and stuff like that when he first started, because he understood you have to have the monopolization so you can make greatness happen. And you might not like it, but when it comes to the world of business, he was the smartest motherfucker who understood what to do. Maybe he made a lot of mistakes. Apparently, yeah, we're talking mad shit about him now. But at the end of the day, he birthed the greatest fucking thing in pro wrestling, WWE. It is what it is.
I love how you're saying that. I've said that since I first met TK.
Get some pissing matches with Bischoff and
I
Cornette.
said this about TK because TK couldn't take any type of criticism. I remember when, and this is a great reference, I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, and he's a partial owner of the football team that I love. They had a controversial thing in 2011 or it was 09 when they made the playoffs. They was talking about there was confrontational in the locker room. It was because TK, Shad Khan, and them could not deal with the controversy because they didn't understand the football background. And that's why this team folded that year. I sat there and said, he is not meant to make a wrestling promotion. I sat there and said it. Dre can hear me on this, and I know Dre will vouch for me. I said minimum was 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years.
Everybody out here. Look at everybody out here trying to be WWE, but they can't, man. That's what it really
Be
is.
real. Be real.
Like that's
Are y'all
what
ready
it
for the
is,
next
man.
topic?
You know, every
Are
other
y'all ready for
wrestling
this?
promotion,
Here we go.
every other wrestling promotion out here is really just always trying to be like the WWE. It's like, oh man, hey, but not to shade on, none other though, but
Focus
just
on your
be in your
company.
own
That's
lane.
all you got to do. Just focus on the company that you're establishing.
that
Bro,
is
if
this
you're
Sunday,
an independent audience, focus on the independent audience. That's my
this
problem
Sunday?
with the thing is, bro. This is
That's
my
this
thing. The
Sunday?
whole issue, bro, is like you have these guys. I believe for the longest time, this is for the independent audience. Well, how are you doing that when you're just bringing old WWE guys into the product? You're bringing the only ones that you're
WCW,
making
that's why.
strong and making build are the ones you're getting from New Japan. You want to know why Will Ospreay signed with AEW? Because he knew TK is going to push him through the fucking moon.
That's why.
He's not
Yeah.
losing
It's
a match
business
for
move.
a year, I guarantee
It's a
you.
business move, bro. It's
Will
all
Ospreay
business.
knew, I would be good in WWE, but they would challenge me because look at Ricochet. Look at it. He's a great talent, but I'm not the best on speaking English and stuff. I'm going to have to slow down on my cursing. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do something different. He knew he could do exactly what he wanted in AEW and still be pushed to the moon. And that's the true reality.
And AEW definitely has phenomenal
and here's
talent.
a great example.
Ain't nobody going to say anything against that. But at the same time,
there's a great example.
Even I'm looking forward to this fucking match right here. Like, this match is going to be phenomenal, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to this. But this is why you know he's going to get handed everything he wants. It's reality.
You don't think Dan Bryan going to kick his ass?
Dan Bryan ain't winning. I want Bryan Danielson to win. I think he has been more believable. I think he needed to be the champion for the longest time, and I can understand why he doesn't want to do it, whatever. But I've sat there and said it countless times. Bryan Danielson is the main reason why I watch AEW. Like, I really wanted to see what made him different.
What's Shorty name?
Timeless Tony Storm. Those are the only two.
What?
Anna J.
Oh,
that's her name. That's the only reason why I watch AEW.
Licking his lips seeing that girl.
That's my girl. Fuck that.
Like
for real, if I just want to watch wrestling, I can tune into NXT. NXT has some really consistent wrestling.
That's
like,
wrestling
I want to see I want to see some storytelling in my wrestling. Like, why the fuck you do that? You know, all that shit. Like AEW, especially they pay-per-views, bro. Like, it's straight wrestling. Like, I feel like AEW is really meant for the hardcore wrestling fans who just want straight wrestling.
Who wants crazy, phenomenal matches. You're absolutely right. I fully agree 100%.
This definitely going to be the show stealer, the match of the night. Daniel Bryan said last year that he is wrapping up this tour that he's going on. So I don't see him winning. I see Will Ospreay going to retain. He's new in AEW, and Daniel Bryan is on his Bryan Danielson is on his farewell tour. You know, wrestling everybody that he sort of want to wrestle.
Yeah,
But
and much props to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
but
gonna be the
yeah,
match of the night. I think this is gonna be the match of
it's
the night.
definitely gonna be
Completely.
a match of the night. It's like the only match on the card that's like really exciting though to me.
you
Besides
got
the
Samoa
FTR
Joe and
and those
Swerve,
books. Oh yeah.
Samoa and
Okay,
Swerve.
yeah.
All right,
Now,
so we all
I
picking
don't see
Osprey.
Spur. Yeah, Osprey.
I
Bring
Yeah, I
think
don't see
Swerve
Spur.
needs to win that shit. Samoa Joe
Yeah,
with the
but I don't.
championship. I don't know why they
I,
playing with it, yo.
We're
I would
skipping to
have
the
Let
Swerve
heavyweight
win a
title.
double or
retire
nothing.
already, man.
I would have Swerve win a double or nothing. I don't. I should. He shouldn't have been in the last championship match or this one. I feel like they could have waited to double or nothing, which is sort of the
Yeah.
big wrestling event before they sort of gave it to All In. You know that now there's in Wembley Stadium. But I would have had Swerve win it at double or nothing next month, and
Mhm.
he would have been champion. But I really see Samoa Joe retaining it. But if not, if they don't hold out, you
Really?
know, Swerve
You
can
were
win it.
full on the Swerve kick last time.
No, I still am on the Swerve Joint. I just
Okay.
see they're happening at a bigger, stage instead of a pay per view they
This
just
is
threw up
bro.
together.
Throwaway pay
I
per view.
mean, but
Bro,
this was a
what's
new ass pay
AEW
per view.
popular for? What's AEW popular for? Come on now.
Not telling stories.
I don't know. Yeah,
But also,
you better tell me if you got to rely on this.
transitional
Yeah.
champions.
Huh? Say
That's
that
a
again.
transitional champion. I think I'm
I mean,
going
I
with
wouldn't look
Swerve
at
in
Joe.
this
Nah,
match.
Joe, man, Joe deserved that, man. So I wouldn't look at Joe as a
I
transitional
agree.
champion.
But
Although
booking
Swerve,
standpoint, I
no,
got Swerve.
yeah, they booking to that point, but Swerve, man, he's undeniable. Like him coming out there being
TK ain't gonna take that hate off of
charismatic
Twitter.
and
He ain't gonna do
everything.
well with it.
And Joe even should have won it in WWE when he didn't,
He should have been
he
the one to
didn't
beat
beat that
Brock.
That
number.
Brock Lesnar,
I
that,
still say that to
that
this
Samoa
day.
Joe Brock Lesnar match was fire.
Yeah. He should have won it
Braun
in
and
WWE.
Brock
He
was not the competition. Brock and
he,
Samoa Joe.
he
That
never won
was
it.
a fucking match right there.
That could have been
He
a
never won the
Mania
world
match.
title. Now that we got multiple titles and the world
Well, Joe
heavyweight
could
title
go
and
back.
stuff like that, he can come back and definitely win it. But I think with Roman held and a whole lot of shit hostage, a lot of people couldn't win it. But I definitely see Joe retaining it. If not Swerve, I'm definitely for Swerve winning it all the way. I just see them doing it at like double or nothing or something. Not Dynasty.
That's in August,
Dynasty?
right?
No,
I can
double or
see,
nothing
yo,
next month in May. It's in
listen,
May.
check
Oh,
this
it's
out.
in May.
I
Okay,
can
so
see
it's next
Swerve,
month.
yo, take
No.
Swerve.
You talking about All In?
Oh, that's right. All in. They got two different ones.
Take Swerve's whole gimmick that you got right now in AEW and put that shit in NXT, and that motherfucker will be the next big thing on WWE in a few years. Let him
You
rock
wouldn't even
on
think of Trick Williams
NXT.
after that.
I
Bro,
feel
let me
like
tell you something.
he gotta go straight up. Like take that gimmick, go put him on Raw, SmackDown because he was already on NXT.
You're right, Dre. You're right, and I thought about that, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if you
want
took
to
his
get
gimmick
in
now and put him
early.
on
Samoa
Raw,
Joe even went to NXT.
I don't think
That's
that
the
would
thing.
it would work as hard as if he went to NXT and built that shit up.
Oh yeah, you know what? I believe you because
I'll be honest, yo, yeah,
the crowd in NXT will make it lit. I agree.
that shit will blow that shit the fuck.
The
With a
NXT
trick,
audience is legitimate like an
and I don't think
independent audience.
we wouldn't have got that whole whip that trick if if Trick wasn't in NXT because like I said
no
before,
doubt.
the NXT crowd makes the superstars.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
It
did say
makes
that.
the
Yeah,
superstars.
All right.
So
yeah,
yeah.
you're
What
right.
you got, Brian? Samoa Joe or Swerve? We know your
I got
favorite,
Joe.
who it is.
Man, listen, yeah, I don't fucking know.
I got Joe.
Y'all know how I predict. I predict what I want. I don't give a fuck what y'all think.
Yeah, of course.
So you going for Swerve?
I'll say Swerve. I'll say Swerve because I want him to win the
You're a
title.
Samoa Joe
Dre's
fan.
probably right though.
All right. Obviously, if anybody, we've been talking about NXT for a while. Actually, it's crazy how we're really popping for NXT now. They were also a part of this, and now it's Undisputed versus each other now.
There's some other shit that I just don't
Roderick
care about.
Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. Who do y'all
I don't give
have?
a fuck about these.
I mean,
Either one. Whoever wins, I don't care. Like, where's Adam Cole? Is he the leader of this shit? No, you guys got the
where is Adam Cole though? But
I just got the backup wrestling. I don't
I think
fuck about
he's
the
hurt
backup
still.
guy.
Ain't he still hurt?
They were great.
Oh
Top
my
of the show is gonna be
Dre,
where's
Dre,
Adam Cole?
Dre,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
you know when
Yeah,
you
you
know
want
when
to
people
treat?
suck. You know when people suck. People
Where's
suck when
Carmen
you have to tell a
Sandiego?
story.
Where's Adam Cole?
Hey, people suck when you got to tell a story on why they're good.
Yo.
The fuck out of
Oh
here.
man, this is
They were
hilarious,
great.
man.
They were great back in the day. Yeah, well, whatever. You
You
notice
Oh
that
man.
you didn't even know that this
1999.
match was happening.
This is a sad ass card.
You didn't even know this match was happening until we just saw that fucking picture right there. You just forgot all about it.
Kyle looks like
Oh
he's like some
man.
karate kid in
See, that's the
training
thing
type
though. No,
scenario.
no. Like, no offense, Warren, and I understand Brian a little bit though, but none of, like I said, besides the Daniel Bryan and
And the Will Ospreay match, bro, and
Will
Samoa
Ospreay
Joe.
match,
There's nothing else
and
really
yeah,
there.
there's nothing really on the card really telling like this is going to be a wrestling
Right.
match. I know Roger Strong. He's a great wrestler. He's going to hit about 1,000 backbreakers, which is going to be cool, and like he's going to retain the championship. You know, against Kyle O'Reilly, his former undisputed buddy, which that is going to be
Christy,
awesome too. Not a court could be better.
I got you.
But yeah, like you know, like they're
Definitely
gonna have a
Christy.
really great show. Really great show.
All right,
Listen,
if we gotta make picks, come on now.
I'll watch this shit on YouTube.
Let's
I'll
do
watch
it.
the recap.
Of course, I'm
Watch
going
the
with
highlights.
Roger Strong.
Brian said you're gonna go
Roger
to Tubi
Strong.
and watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Tubi and watch
Wow.
that shit. Yep.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to AEW Network that ain't even created yet. I'm gonna wait for it.
Damn.
My boy said he's gonna go to the Red Box
Over
just to
under on the
watch
pay per view
it.
guys.
All right, man.
Biggest
We
murder.
gotta kind of sound a little bit believable. All right.
I said
Let's
Roger
get
Strong.
strong.
I got Roddy. What's the next one?
Over/under on the pay per view.
Listen, hey Dev, let's
We're
go find
trying to
Roman.
make it different. We were here.
Hey Dev, let's go find Roman's movie and watch him practice. Let's watch Roman rehearse for his movie. I'll watch that over this fucking pay per view.
Oh my gosh, he said watch it reverse. Oh my god. Okay. All right, Christy, I like that one. I like that one.
Adam Cole
Right,
gonna come
I think
back
I
with the
got
mask.
Roddy winning. Actually, I don't know. Based off of AEW's booking, I think Kyle O'Reilly's winning. They don't.
You want to talk about a
don't know.
transitional champion? I guess that'll be Roger Strong if
It
Kyle
would be
O'Reilly's going to
him
win it.
because he was known even to do that even in the past. Like he was never a champion for a long time.
All right, what's the next match we got on this card?
He said, "What's the next one?"
Yeah, man, we've
All
been
right,
on
we
for 2
got,
hours already.
Trios
Look at
match.
this shit show. Look at this shit show. Why there's fucking 70 people before we fighting? There's one title.
After
Listen,
Christian, after Edge Adam Copeland had his matchup with
I wouldn't be mad if O'Reilly wins. I
Christian.
think it's gonna
I,
happen
I,
though.
I was
Look at
like, why is
Devin.
he in this
Devin's
6-man tag
cracking
team
up.
matchup? You know, like this one is just putting together what some guys to do. Didn't my guy
exactly
bro.
what I
Mark
was
Briscoe?
gonna say.
Didn't Mark Briscoe beat
He just
Eddie
won the
Kingston
Ring of
last
Honor
weekend?
title. He
Yeah,
just
didn't he
won
just beat? Yeah, why is he teaming with him? Like he should be
Fuck
like on the
outta
other
here.
side or something. Right?
it.
So now you're making half a tag team people win belts now? This shit just
Can't
wild
beat
to
him,
me, yo.
join him.
Yeah,
This
but
shit
you
wild.
know, if you want to
This is
answer,
the
I'll give you.
definition of
Look
the
at
NWO.
one. Look at one. I give you all my answers, and Brian is gonna be playing commentary. He's gonna be like
Team
Snoop
Coke
Dogg.
Briscoe.
Oh, boogie, we got the tables, the boogie bear. You know, so I got Adam Copeland and Edge and Mark Briscoe winning.
Yeah.
Boogie, baby.
They
Let's
gonna
move to
win.
the next match. Yeah,
They gonna win
next
and they
match.
gonna lose at the same time.
He said
There you
they
go.
gonna win
There you
and
go.
lose.
There you go. Next match.
That's the two series that you didn't even know about.
Bro, listen.
This would be an
Oh, shit.
interesting match.
Listen. Okay, now I'm
This
now
one
I'm
would be
like,
an
all right.
interesting
Okay,
match.
okay. This one
I got
all right.
Okada winning.
Yeah, Okada should win.
I'm an Okada fan. I like everything this guy.
Yeah, this
brings.
one look like it's gonna be a nice one. I got Okada.
Even
Yeah,
though
I
I
would go
love
Okada.
Pac and I love the transition that he has done, you know, and he's made it so different to what he was in WWE.
Oh yeah,
Really
he was great.
established himself.
They will give you incredible wrestling matches though.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
it's not
for
too
sure.
much of story to the matchup, but they will give
I agree
you
with you,
one
Chris.
hell of a
I
match.
agree with that one.
Yeah, you
Okada
definitely
definitely
right
would
about that.
take that.
Yeah, I
I
like
just
Okada.
don't like
You
how he
know,
won the title already.
I like how he
That's just
came
my
in
opinion.
and But he came in strong though. He came in with the Young Bucks behind him. It was a good look. So I mean,
you don't
got his
see
title
Okada
on it.
usually playing a heel card either, so it makes sense.
Listen, bro. Yeah, that's why it's interesting. So it's. I would. This would be a match that I would be excited for because I don't really get to see Okada too much. From the matches that I have seen, I know he's a phenomenal fucking wrestler, and I know this is definitely like you saying about Daniel Bryan. Like he ain't going to be in the game too much longer. So let's enjoy it while we can watch it.
Yeah,
Okada
I
it
see
is.
Okada for sure, but I mean, seeing Pac back, man, that boy is ready.
Yeah, he's a beast too, man. But another dude.
Neville matches in NXT put them on the map, in my opinion. Some of the stuff you just look at Neville. He wasn't the biggest guy, but damn boy, he looked like a damn
little
superhero.
Wolverine. Yeah.
It was Wolverine in a pro wrestling thing. Like this would be like another Benoit if you want to really be real. Like Pac is like 5'3", 5'4", maybe 5'5" at tops.
I think you're down in these wrestlers, Warren.
Is, bro,
I'm pretty sure he's probably like 5'9", bro, 5'10". Most of the motherfuckers is just tall as shit. That's why.
I've seen some of these guys. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm 5'8", and I mean, some of these guys look short at that time too.
Yeah, he's the beast. This match right here is probably phenomenal.
Whatever
this
got on the card. Because I'm
all right. We got the legit.
Yeah. We 2 hours in.
Yeah,
we got Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa. I believe it or not,
Tony.
I'm gonna be on the other opposite. I'm gonna go with Thunder Rosa because she needs a legit built-up win again.
I'm gonna go with
I'm gonna go with my man.
I'm gonna go with my man in the back with the glasses on, the Lex Luthor looking motherfucker.
This is why we're at 2 hours.
No, Thunder Rosa is not winning on the expense of Tony Storm. I'm sorry, bro, but Tony Storm is.
She's not busted open, okay? They gotta get that credibility back.
Nah, Thunder Rosa ain't doing it for me right now,
WWE, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would like to see her ever a run in WWE, but Tony Storm is just doing the thing.
Tony Storm is legit the woman in. I'm actually a legit person in AEW right now, in my opinion. Like, true. I think the story.
I think sometimes a story can tell itself even more if Yes,
exactly.
She did.
That's why I'm thinking that too, Christy, because she never lost it.
Yeah, but that don't mean she have to win it back. She can still lose the match and still the story. But I'm telling you, Dre booking right now. Like
he said, Dre.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like although, like fuck it, like she can win, but like make her lose and make her look strong at the same time, though. Like
I would love to be in the room and just see how TK puts matches together.
Yeah,
I really would love to see how this.
I think we all.
Oh, where'd you come from? Georgia? Okay, yeah, you're gonna put him over. Oh, where'd you come from? New Japan. Oh, bro, you about to get shoot to the moon. We about to put you about to win 19 titles in your first year.
All right, bro, we got to start robbing
up. All right, we go to this one. Julie Hart.
Sasha Banks better be on this fucking car somewhere, is she?
No, she's not. She's not at all.
Get the fuck out of here. Why am I watching this?
She's facing the winner of this match.
I'm good.
He said, I'm good. I got Willow, obviously, because of the thing with Mercedes.
I got Sasha Banks. That's what I got. oh, she's something else now? Mercedes, whatever? Nah, she's Sasha Banks.
She's Lamborghini. She's Lamborghini. But all right.
Yeah, Lamborghini, Sasha, whatever it's called.
But guys, all right, there's the card for AEW Dynasty. We will find out the results. Obviously, Sunday we will post obviously who won, who not. Brian's probably gonna lose because he just kept saying people in the background.
Random motherfuckers, yo. Dre up there too. Dre in one of them matches.
Hey guys, I want to thank everybody for watching, the consistent watchers that we had today. Like we just said, bro, we went for 2 hours and we did pretty damn well. And people have been interactive the whole time. We want to thank all of y'all, man. This is we can't do this without y'all. This has been absolute fun. Guys, if
they don't.
Don't matter anymore.
They don't, Devin.
They do the solo.
We're trying to go home. And you're messing this up again. That was an asshole.
Don't worry, they gonna tape that shit. We gonna watch it later.
He's
2 months down the line, we
yo.
gonna watch the tape of them
Bruh, I
losing.
guarantee you that's gonna be a short. They're gonna be like, no, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh man.
But guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and follow all our social media handles, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to all our YouTube channels, man. We couldn't do this without y'all, guys. We love y'all, and of course, y'all watch what you love, have fun with it, and more importantly, guys, enjoy your weekend. But guys, I'm Warren Marlowe from the Buzzing with Marlowe. We got Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast, and we got Brian B. We out, guys.
Take it out,
Oh,
Later.
y'all.
Yeah.
I would have done the victory lap, guys, but we got it.
Ah.
Later.